within your mind, no one else can find. A life that you inspire from another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. Ramazan, I can touch, I can feel, I can hear and see so much more than a fantasy. I can run, I can jump, I can dance and sing. Believe in yourself and do anything.
Believe in yourself and do anything.
From within your mind, no one else can find. A life that you inspire from another place, not from outer space, from some place
Hello everyone, welcome. Oh god, hold on one sec, I gotta log in on a thing. Why is it not working? Why do Streamlabs? Whatever. Deal with that later, I guess. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the remix. It's on Spotify if you want. You can just type in Rem Lazar. It comes up. We're on a hype train, 49% to level 1. KR Goss says, perfect timing. I was just watching a chat Kent Hovind gave long ago about sovereign stuff. A small atheist YouTuber uploaded it recently. I've seen it.
40 about how the IRS is tied into.
Oh, this is a better copy, though. This is a much better copy than the previous one. The other one had an annoying hum the whole time. This one does not. Good, good. Thank you. Jay Williams, thanks for 10 months, says, sub baby time. Hope you have a great day, Hannah. This sub baby's name is going to be Dwayne Cocktail Weenie. Dwayne Cocktail Weenie. Starry Beauty says, no better way to end such a beautiful Michigan day than with a stream from my favorite streamer. Thank you. Card Shark, thanks for 45 bits. Gnome Pickles, thanks for 100. And that catches us up. Oh, Excessive Observer, thanks for 35 months. In a rough mood because you popped a rib out of place yesterday? Ooh, that sounds painful. Hope you start feeling better soon. Welcome, welcome everyone. 80% to level 1 in the hype train. As you can see, yesterday we hit the tip goal for the month, which means the next day I wear a maid outfit. So here I am, looking cute, as usual. Have my bits to celebrate the very skittish kitten stuck under my desk to sniff my toes and rest less than a foot from me. Oh. Black's Law Dictionary request. Necrophage. What do you want me to look up? Tit goal. I guess it's sort of a tit goal. I wouldn't disagree. One sec, I'm logging in on something. Wait, what? What is my password? Is it that? No. The password is 1234. Why? I'll deal with it later. I don't need it. Okay, cool beans. So what are we going to start with? Ooh, I had a short one. 30 seconds left on the hype train. Don't let it die, chat. We're only at level 1. 87% to level 1, to be exact. Twitch has had annoying login issues for you today? Okay, I'm glad it's not just me, because I'm like 99% sure what my password for Twitch is. And it wasn't letting me log in on my Streamlabs thing. I had like a minute. Choking Ouroboros, thanks for gifting a sub. Heathen Child, thanks for 10 months, says hopefully found a new place, so I'm celebrating with watching Hannah. Congratulations. I saw, Baha, you're distracted by your wife's tit window. I'm aware. Tops think they're in control, but all you have to do is do something like this. It's the illusion of control. I have the booba. Alright, you can't gift subs on the app. God damn it, Twitch. Let me find you that minute-long video. Here it is. This'll be quick. 52% to level 2.
You my ID?
You have an identification?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's just fine. That is a lawful order.
And you are being recorded.
So are you, right here. Proof of it, sir. You are about, this is about to turn south for you. You're about to go to jail.
Can you
Your car is
de-escalate the
about to be
situation?
towed.
Are you trained to de-escalate the situation?
Okay.
Sir,
Same time.
sir, I'm trying to speak to one of you guys. You aren't.
What's the last name, sir?
My last name is Voss.
What is it?
Voss.
How do you spell that? The D-O-S-S?
Yeah, it's right there, Voss.
First name's Cody?
That's my passport.
Okay, that's not how this works. You're on a public roadway in the state of Texas, in the city of Nassau.
Can I speak to your supervisor?
No camaraderie between Sume and Baha. Not allowed.
Okay, no. That's not how this works right now, okay? we're in control of this scene right now. Right now, you're detained. Right now, we're requesting your
For what-
identification.
for what crime?
Once you've provided this, we've just...
So I have rights, guys.
Hey, sir, go ahead, step out.
You have rights, but the rights you think you have aren't the rights you do have, sir.
You guys have lied on the record multiple times, and I would like to speak to your supervisor, please. He's left the scene, and you guys are unlawfully detaining me. Two, you're depriving me of my rights under the color of law. I do not consent. Now, I'm getting out. I'm getting out, okay? I'm getting out of the vehicle. Please do not tase me. I'm unarmed, and I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful.
That was unnecessary. He was getting out of the car.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm unarmed. Okay,
Get out.
I'm unarmed.
On the ground. On the ground.
Okay.
On the ground.
Okay. Okay.
Hands behind your back.
Help. Guys, I'm unarmed. Okay.
His mom that was arrested was a county clerk that tried to refuse to sign gay marriage licenses back when it was made legal. What's her face? What's her name? And who are you talking about? Are you talking about the guy we were just watching? Like he's related to that one lady whose name I'm forgetting? Or someone else? Lennon Cat says, "Sir, no. He's a cop in Texas. He's absolutely not trained to de-escalate." You're the only two tops in chat. You gotta stick together. That can't be true. It can't be all bottoms. That's... no. My chat has to have more tops than that. Oops, all bottoms is the name of my chat. Okay, what else we got? Well, the hype train's going. See, we got some switches, some verse, people. We're good, we're good. We got a mix. You're fine.
Rebuttal to the term sovereign citizen, part 1. Get your scuba gear, because we about to go deep sea diving. Now, according to the Alphabet Boys, here's the descriptions of the sovereign citizens. It says, sovereign citizens are anti-government extremists who...
Oh yeah, sorry, the Black's Law Dictionary. What was it, iNecrophage, that you wanted me to look up? Can you remind me? I'm looking for it in chat.
believe that even though they
repost it so I know for sure.
Physically reside in this country, they are separate or sovereign from the United States. So let's unpack two things.
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. I understand you don't like the term sovereign citizen because you think you're a Moorish citizen, but they're effectively the same thing. You're a subset, okay? It's fine. Take a look at the Black's Law Dictionary. What did you want me to look up? Tops unite, Baja? No. Tops don't need to unionize.
First, let's deal with the term sovereign citizen. Second, let's define what a sovereign really is. Book reference. The term sovereign citizen is foremost an oxymoron.
Why are you reading from a sovereign citizen book? Chinese wall? That's definitely not going to be in here unless it's a legal term I'm unfamiliar with. Lennon Cat says the Alphabet Boys would be a good name for any queer boy band. True. Hype Train's... Oh no, the Hype Train's gonna die! 60% to level 2. Sad face. Let's look this up while we're watching this.
A sovereign by definition means one in which independent and supreme...
Sir, I'm familiar that sovereign citizen is an oxymoron. That's not the point. It's what the original sovereign citizens called themselves.
Authority is invested.
Like, things can be misnomers and still be called that thing.
And a citizen is one who is in a subordinate or subject to status. The term is akin to calling one a king's subject. Spearheaded and coined by the FBI, the term sovereign citizen was implemented as a means to illegitimate...
Incorrect. I can tell this book is bullshit and a sovereign citizen self-published book, not only based on the cover, but based on the fact that they're saying the FBI is the one who came up with the name. It's not. Sorry, I'm looking for the thing. Ew. See, ethical wall. Oh, it is in here. What's an ethical wall?
Minimize and deter people from learning and enforcing their rights. Let's see what sovereign means at law. Sovereign. A person, body, or state in which independent and supreme authority is vested. Sovereign people, the political body consisting of the entire number of citizens and qualified electors who, in their collective capacity, possess the powers of sovereignty and exercise them through their chosen representatives. Notice, there is no definition for a sovereign citizen in the law dictionary.
Because it's not a thing. I mean, it's a thing, but it's not a thing recognized by the law. But it is a group of people. Sorry, I'm looking for that ethical wall thing. 32% are bottoms, so bottom wins. 26% are verse, 21% neither, 18% top. Fair enough. Wait, is the hype train still? No, the hype train's over. Okay. Let's see. Ethical wall. Why can't I... E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Okay, it's gotta be in here. Ethical. Ethical wall, a screening mechanism that protects client confidences by preventing one or more lawyers within an organization from participating in any matter involving that client. Also termed Chinese wall.
Now let's see what form of government was established here in this country. Article 4, Section 4.
Black's Law Dictionary doesn't have a definition for tea, therefore I am drinking nothing.
4. Guarantees to the states. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government. But let's see what Benjamin Franklin said. Well, doctor, what have we got? A republic or a monarchy? A republic if you can keep it. The response is attributed to Benjamin Franklin at the close of the Constitutional Convention of 1787, when queried as he left Independence Hall on the final day of deliberation. So now let's go back to the Black's Law Dictionary and look up a republican form of government. Republican government, one in which the powers of sovereignty are vested in the people and are exercised by the people.
Correct, we are in that form of government because we live in a representative democracy. Now I understand that government's corrupt and our current institutions are beset by oligarchs paying people off. I'm not saying it's a system that's functioning correctly. However, the idea that, like, what we currently have isn't a republican form of government in the constitutional sense, not the way this guy means.
But wait, didn't the FBI say that people think they're sovereign? But check out this.
Right, because you're not sovereign. No individual is sovereign. A body of people can arguably be sovereign. You could consider the people of the United States sovereign because they elect officials, right? I think that's not really accurate, but I guess you could say that, and that's probably what they mean. They're not saying person, they are saying people.
Definition of subject, constitutional law. One that owes allegiance to a sovereign and is governed by his laws. Men in free governments are subjects as well as citizens. As citizens, they enjoy rights and franchises. As subjects, they are bound to obey the laws, which is why they want people to be subject. The term is little used in this sense in countries enjoying a what? A republican form of government. So the people aren't supposed to be subject to the United States government.
Yes, they are. They're just also the parties that develop the laws by representing, or rather, by electing representatives to go to the legislature to make those decisions.
Subject to means liable, subordinate, subservient, and inferior, obedient to, governed, or affected by. Book reference. In this country,
it bugs me to no end that there are sovereign citizens and conspiracy theories that'll be like, look, a reference from a book! As if all books are accurate and true? No, like when normal people cite books, it's because those books are authoritative and not self-published garbage from Amazon. Gnome Pickles says, note how our friend here only takes the first sentence of the definition of Republican government, specifically the part about representatives being elected to represent the will of the people. Sounds like our friend here is less than honest in his argument. A sovereign citizen being dishonest. Shock.
Sovereignty of the individual states is subordinate both to the citizenry of each state and to the supreme law of the federal sovereign.
This Maid outfit gets so fucking sweaty. This thing does not breathe at all. Lennon Cat says, how do sovereign citizens have such a bad understanding of how community functions? I don't know. They're dumb. Who wants to buy a sweaty Maid outfit? It's gamer girl sweat. You can do whatever you want with it, I don't care. Okay, what else we got?
You got a missing license plate.
I don't have a license plate. I don't need a license plate.
What's that?
I don't need a license plate. I'm not for hire. I'm not driving for hire.
You do need a license plate to operate vehicles on roads in the United States. If it's a public road, you do indeed need a license and you need a license plate. You'll buy it? Alright. $100 is the opening bid. Peacock Soar, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you.
So,
I drive for commerce.
So you need a license plate. Also, your left blinker or your left brake light is out.
In order for us to be able to continue this conversation, I'm gonna need you to fill this paperwork out.
What's that?
I said, in order for me to continue this conversation with you,
So you're
I'm gonna
need to converse with me, and I'm gonna need to see your ID.
No, I'm gonna need to see your supervisor, and I'm gonna invoke my Fifth Amendment right away.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Do you have ID on you?
I don't answer questions, sir.
My wife is sending me lewd messages, chat. Poetic Fox, thanks for 25 months, says, Hannah, look at this, 25 months. What are we bidding on? I have an empty edible jar I can trade. My sweaty maid outfit.
Supervisor.
20, 24. You want to head to my location?
Here you go.
Yes, Baha.
This is for you to fill out. By law, you have to. And I need your identification.
1797.
And your name, please,
Officer
sir.
Gray.
Thank you very much, Gray.
So,
Sume says a second bid is on the table, 150.
Fill this out for me.
Does it think this through?
I'm thinking it through just fine. I know my constitutional rights. I do this all the time. I do this for a living. For a living.
Okay, do you have...
You do it for a living? You have 600 subscribers? What are you talking about you do this for a living? You have 2 videos in the past 9 months. You definitely don't do this for a living. Either that or you're living terribly.
Your registration?
I don't
paperwork?
need a registration, sir.
do.
I don't answer questions. Please let me talk to your supervisor. That's all I have for you, Mr. Gray.
So right now...
This is for
need
you
to
if you would like
identify
this.
yourself.
You
Look,
have no.
I'm only
What's your
gonna-
what's
I'm
your
only gonna
what's
offer-
your
I'm only gonna
RAS?
tell you this one
What's
more
your
time.
RAS?
I'm gonna tell
What's
you
your
this one more
articular
time.
reasonable suspicion that I've done a crime, sir?
You don't have a license plate.
What's your
Your front
articular?
windshield's cracked.
I am a
Your left
sovereign
brake
American,
light
sir. I'm
is
a sovereign
broken.
American, sir. These are all not
I'll
crimes.
give you one more chance.
These are all not crimes.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Yes, I do. You think twice because
The cop took a pause. He didn't even know what to say.
It's on you.
yes, I do.
The way he closed his eyes for a second. Do I need the AC on? It wouldn't be terrible, but I also understand, like, it's only April, so I get if you don't want to turn it on.
You think twice because I will sue you and your person.
Okay,
You
I need
should-
to step out of the vehicle.
No, sir. I will wait. I will not. You will sign this. And
Don't
you
worry, Chad. I'm showering after stream anyway. I'll get the maid outfit sweat off.
Fill this out. That's what you will do.
I have a fan on. You can probably
Yeah,
hear
you're
it.
not good for
You
So,
are being.
set that
No, I will not.
Over there.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, you're not allowed to touch me either.
I can't touch
RAS. What's your RAS? I will take your job. I'm telling you, man. I'm not asking for this.
Okay. I'm gonna close the windows. Cassie! Hi, honey. Oh, you're okay. Alright, windows are closed. Air can go on.
You should be telling me to have a good day right now. You're gonna make
10,
yourself
22
look
code.
really ignorant here.
Just stop it.
Oh yeah, he's the one that looks ignorant. You're looking great, by the way. Maps and Mimic says, I feel like a non-zero percentage of your audience considers the maid outfit sweat a feature, not a bug. I don't need to know your kinks. I say as if I don't fucking... I'm such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
ID.
Yeah, and I won't. You don't have no right to touch me. I've done nothing wrong. I've committed no crime, and I know how this
I've explained
works.
to you.
It doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. I'll take your job, dude, and I'll show you in person. You can fill this out. This paperwork, you are obligated. Read it at least, bro.
Look,
Do yourself a favor.
do yourself a favor. This is not the route you want to go.
I don't care which route you think I want to go, dude. I know my rights as this American,
Are you sure
a
you wanna
sovereign
go to jail
American.
For this.
For what?
For
You have no
need to
right.
identify yourself.
You have no right to touch me without an RAS. Do you know that? Do you know you took an oath to?
have to follow
You
the
took.
law.
I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I want to speak to your supervisor. I'm done talking to you.
You're done talking to me.
Yes,
okay?
my Fifth Amendment is apparent, and don't touch my vehicle. Don't touch my vehicle. Don't touch my.
Marcus Drake says, pretty self-righteous for a woman aroused by Chuck E. Cheese tunnels. I'm not aroused by them. It was one dream over a decade ago. I told you this in confidence, chat. It was between me and 200 of my closest stream friends. How dare you? Black's Law Dictionary request from Overthought.
My vehicle and don't touch my person, sir.
Injury or injured party? Okay.
Sir, don't touch my person. Great, don't touch my person. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Don't touch my person. Don't touch me. You're gonna shock me. You're gonna do this.
Come on.
You're on camera. You're on Facebook Live right now, bro.
You're on Facebook right now. Think about it. Injury. We're getting there. There we go. Injury, the violation of another's legal rights for which the law provides a remedy, a wrong or injustice, see wrong. 2, harm or damage. Injure, to injure, injurious.
Facebook Live. Think about
Get
what you're
out of
doing.
the
Now you
vehicle.
have the right to talk to your supervisor. I'm not doing anything wrong to you. I do not consent to you touching me. Don't touch me. You've already committed assault.
You need to
You've
get
already
out of this
committed assault and
vehicle.
battery, dude. Look at my lip, dude. Like,
You need to get
you're
out
not
of
allowed
the
to
vehicle
touch
right
me.
now.
You're not
What did I say last night? I genuinely don't even know. What did I say last night?
allowed to touch me right now. Gray, think about what you're doing, bro. Think about what you're doing. You're on Facebook Live right now. Facebook Live, bro. Do you like your job? Don't touch me, please. Like, don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me, bro. Don't touch me.
Get out of the vehicle.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude. Don't touch me. Get your
out of the
supervisor.
vehicle.
You're not allowed to fucking touch me, dude. Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me, dude. I'm calling 911 on you right now.
Keep your hands where I can see
I'm
them.
calling 911 on you right now.
That was a joke.
Yes.
You can call 911.
I'm going to. Don't touch me.
Don't reach for anything.
Don't touch me. Get out of my car. Get out of my vehicle. Get out of my vehicle, Mr. Gray. Officer, please.
Don't go for anything.
Don't touch me.
Keep your hands where I can
Don't
see
touch
okay?
me. I want to talk to your supervisor. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to do this. Do you know? I'm going to sue you so bad, dude.
I
Do
understand.
you,
I'm gonna sue you so badly.
I know you
I
understand that.
understand. You're going to jail.
No, for what? For what? What am I going to jail for? You have no crime, dude. There's no crime here. Trust me. Like, dude. You guys, I need to talk to a supervisor, okay? Ma'am, I need to talk to a supervisor. I need to talk to a supervisor. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me, ma'am. Please, I'm fucking scared for my life right now. You guys need to leave me alone, please.
Do you have any weapons on you, dude?
I have one. I have my constitutional Second Amendment
I'm gonna
right.
grab that right
Please
now.
don't touch
I'm
me.
gonna take
Please
the
don't touch me. I'm asking you nicely not to
I like that he's acting like a child. Like, I'm gonna take your toy now, okay? I know you have a Second Amendment, but I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna take this now.
touch me. Please identify yourself.
Get out of the vehicle.
Please identify yourself. Please identify yourself, dude.
Keep waiting for don't tase me, bro. Lennon Cat says don't touch my person. Guy literally this right now.
Try it again.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Stop. What are you doing right now? Yo, can I talk to a sergeant? Can I talk to a sergeant? No, can I talk to a sergeant?
Was that an ice cream truck? I think I heard an ice cream truck. Chat, someone get me ice cream.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude. Don't touch me. You guys are not allowed to touch me. Don't touch me. Record. Record.
Get over here now.
Don't touch me. I haven't done anything wrong.
You're gonna get tased.
For what?
You're gonna get tased. You're not cooperating. Get
You're
over
not allowed
here
to touch me. You're not allowed to go to my vehicle. I've done nothing wrong. What's your RAS? Help! 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 Fucking help, dude! What the fuck? Help! Call the cops, dude!
Call the police! I'm being arrested by the police! This isn't even the first sovereign citizen I've heard say that. What do they think's gonna happen? How do they think any of this works?
Talk to a sergeant. No, can I talk to a sergeant?
Get over
Don't
here.
touch me. Don't touch me, dude.
Hey,
Don't
get
touch
out of
me.
the road now.
You guys are not allowed to
Get out
touch
of the
me.
road
Don't
now.
touch me. Record. Record.
He's not being arrested for being annoying. He's being arrested because he was refusing to identify and obstructing the officer. Would be my guess, because he was doing those things.
Hey.
Refusal to identify and obstruction are crimes.
Don't touch me. I haven't done anything wrong.
You're gonna get tased.
For what?
You're not cooperating.
You're not allowed to touch me. You're not allowed to go to my vehicle. I've done nothing wrong.
Same shit, different city. Yeah.
What's your RAS?
To be clear, I also think cops are shitty. I'm not telling you to like cops. These cops also seem not so great at de-escalating, but like, this guy's not in the right either.
Help! 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 Fucking help, dude! What the fuck? Help! Call the cops, dude! Please!
I don't understand what he thinks is gonna happen if they call the police. They're gonna be like, yep, alright. Even better, they're not gonna call the cops, but they'll take you right down to the station. And you can file a complaint there if you would like.
Pearson. Emmanuel Wiley Pearson.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can't see you, but
Hello?
put yourself on the video, and what case are you here on? What case are you here on, Pearson? What case are you here on?
The one on Ziegler Street?
I'm sure sovereign citizens love that there's a Freemason symbol in the judge's shot, because for some reason he has a book in the foreground with it.
What's the case number?
Case number is... Give me 1 second. You have it. You do. Right there.
It's the guy over here, by the way.
Case number is 22-02-0259.
Hang on 1 second, because you're not on my...
What do I want to bet he's doing it to troll these types? It could be. Seems dangerous, though. I feel like it's going to make your day harder. I don't know. I don't know what it's like being a judge.
Today, so...
I'm but a humble cat girl maid.
Hang on.
Call my name, sir.
What's that?
You just called my name, Your Honor.
I did, because it's written on the Zoom name. It's not on my docket sheet, though. Case number 22020259.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, judges wore more makeup than cat girl mates. I'm actually not wearing too much makeup right now, so not hard to do. Lennon Cat says, what is the overlap between Sovsits and QAnon other conspiracy theorists? There's an overlap. It's not as deep as you would think, but there's a good, I'd say 10 to 15% overlap. So like out of Q people, like maybe 15% are sovereign citizens. For sovereign citizens, maybe like 5 or 10% are QAnon people. It's not as much as you would think, but they travel in some of the same circles and crib from each other occasionally. Tea with Goblins says, Sovsit videos are ambiguous because there's no clear good guy. Even the most even-tempered cop is going to be part of a structurally violent institution. However, for my 2 cents, it's really nice to see entitled narcissistic assholes getting some consequences for their shitty behavior. That's pretty much where I am on it.
Wayne County Land versus all occupants, okay? So you live on Ziegler Street?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, so. Today's the date and time set for a pre-trial. Attorney Brooks.
Your Honor, may I make any statements regarding any matters in this case?
First off, put yourself on the video, because this is a video conference. I'm not going to talk to your hair.
It's kind of ironic, considering the shot of the judge. Maybe practice what you preach, judge. Put the camera closer to your face, or move the book. Just saying. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Oh, I apologize. This is going so slow. I said, am I able to make... Am I able to make any statements regarding any matters in this case?
Are you going to be able to make statements?
I mean, in today's hearing right now, can I make some statements?
Today's just a pretrial. Today is just an opportunity for you to meet with the other side, discuss the matter, and then next week is the hearing. So there's really no statements being made today. Today is just a pretrial. So I'm going to put you and Miss Brooks. I'm going to put you and Miss Brooks into breakout room 2.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Brooks, you had the opportunity to speak.
Halloween Town says, huh? Geese for gander. It's an idiom. It basically means if you're telling other people to do something, you shouldn't be a hypocrite. So the judge telling him to show his face is a little hypocritical because the judge is obscuring himself via camera placement and placement of the book. Black's Law Dictionary request. What do you want me to look up?
With Mr. Pearson.
I did, Your
And
Honor.
Mr. Pearson, with the phone, are you recording this right now?
No, I'm trying to make sure you can see my face. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. I can see you.
Okay.
Okay. Unreasonable or reasonable? Okay.
Yes.
So what is your...
Someone caught that troll before I even saw what they had to say. That's nice. Thank you, Halloween Town.
What is your name for the record? Just so I make sure I have it correct.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Quentin Wiley Pearson L.
Okay, so hang on. Emmanuel, so I'm going to write this down. Emmanuel Pearson Wiley.
No, middle name is Quentin. Last name is going to be Wiley Pearson L.
Probably easier to look up a reasonable.
Hyphenated or no on the Wiley Pearson?
No hyphenated.
All right. And I'm going to have to ask you to, if you could, the middle name, could you spell that for me?
Yes, Quentin.
Okay. And then L, is there a comma after the...
Reasonable, fair, proper, or moderate under the circumstances, according to reason. Your argument is reasonable but not convincing, as an example. 3, of person, having a faculty of reason. A reasonable person would have looked both ways before crossing the street. Reasonableness.
Pearson and then L, or a hyphen and an L, or just L?
No, sorry, just L. E-L.
Okay, sure.
L is similar to Bay in that it is a last name or honorific that Moorish citizens take. So if you ever see one of these people with like something something Bay or something L or L Bay or something along those lines, they're a Moorish citizen most likely.
Alrighty, and you are currently residing at Taylor?
Yes, but I have additional properties. I might not be there every night, but that is one of my houses. The gas is on, electricity is on in my name.
Okay.
My neighbors harass me.
This is a termination of tenancy. So the alleged rightful owner is asking that you vacate the premises, and we're set to have a hearing on March the 1st at 1:15. Did you guys work anything out, or we're just going to come to hearing on March 1st?
They no longer have a lien. I removed their lien in the district court. I have a federal open case number. She tried to read me a case number that was already closed, and she had an action that pertained nothing to the defendant that it was listed was with an old defendant in which we made errors. There was no errors.
Hold on, Mr. Do you prefer Mr. Pearson, Mr. L? I just want to.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yes, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Mr. Pearson, today's not the hearing. Nobody's under oath. Today's just a pretrial. I'm just saying. So Ms. Brooks, are you prepared to go to a hearing on the 1st?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do the parties need any time to file any motions or briefs for motions?
Yes, absolutely.
So
even though I'm filing a notice of, Your Honor?
Yeah.
I'm filing a notice of claim, removal from the state court in the district court that it's already in, for an arbitral award.
First off, hang on. First off, I have original jurisdiction over any of the landlord-tenant type stuff. Second, I have not received an order from any federal court vacating my authority and removing this to the federal level. So until I still have jurisdiction.
I wonder why he wants to move it to federal. If anything, that would probably be worse for him. I assume he somehow thinks in a federal jurisdiction he has specific arguments that he can use that he can't use locally. It's not going to make a difference. Marcus Drake says, judges, even the ones that decide the law fairly, are disproportionately entitled assholes. Too much power. Want to hear the oldest, commonest joke about judges? What's the difference between God and a district court judge? God knows he's not a district court judge.
No, I understand. That was because you have never received anything. You've never received anything.
Sure.
Right. If he hasn't received anything, then that means he is going to continue with this matter because it's his jurisdiction and he's the judge and this case has been assigned to him.
So we have it set for March 1st. I'll see everybody on March 1st, 1:15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then do we need to do this? I'm assuming that there's going to be documentation.
Yes.
Okay, then let's do this in person.
Please.
Here at the courthouse.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, I'm out of town.
Well, it's March 1st, so I'm having it here March 1st. So that's when we're having the hearing.
How do I put it?
It's too hard to do it by Zoom when there's a bunch of documents to look at. So if people have documents to look at, I want to make sure everybody can see.
That judge is a fucking boomer. I can't look at a bunch of digital documents.
Them. I want to be
Do you have a printer?
able to see them. So we're going to set this. It's already set for March 1st. I'm just saying that it's going to be in person here at the courthouse. So I'll see everybody here at 1:15 on March 1st.
I can do it in chambers and special appearance. I can do it in chambers by special appearance.
That doesn't mean anything. Sovereign citizens think if you say you're in court by special appearance, then that means the court doesn't have authority over you. That's obviously incorrect.
Say again?
I can do it in chambers by special appearance.
Okay, you're going to show up here at the court on March 1st. All right.
Yes, through the mail.
All right, I'll see you here on March 1st in person, everybody.
Thank you.
That lawyer knows this is going to be a shit show.
Everybody here at the 23rd watching the district game.
Numbers 31 and 32, People versus Taft Lewis, 16432 FH.
This is another sovereign citizen.
Well, this was adjourned from last week. Here we are.
Here we are. You have the opportunity to speak.
The primary background here is a collections show cause for back child support with someone who doesn't seem to believe in child support. So he owes child support.
Speak to Mr. Lewis.
Not really directly to Mr. Lewis. We did mention to Mr. Judge Conlon that I was thinking, based on the fact that he's been struggling financially, if the court would be willing to waive the waivable fees, that would leave him a $73 mandatory balance. We never really got that far, so.
Okay. All right, I see there's a range of bench warrant. He'll owe 73.
Yes, that's correct.
What's the amount of the waivable?
He owes $2,045.80. Of that total, $73 is mandatory.
Okay.
Wow. If he gets this, that's a good lawyer. He's getting his fine or whatever from $2,000 to $70. That's a big deal. Is he gonna fuck this up for himself? Let's find out.
And he's paid $120.
Who's worse, Sovsits or the shit judge? Sovereign citizens are worse personally, but a shit judge has institutional power that they can use to hurt people, so a judge for sure.
$25 so far.
But sovereign citizens are fucking annoying. And funny, because they don't have power to hurt people generally.
Mr. Attorney General, what do you have to say?
Oh, he's so excited! Look at him! He did the thing! He did this! Oh my god!
Well, I guess I'm not entirely clear on the basis of the violation. I don't have, I'm not sure I've received documents regarding that. With respect to the underlying child support case, Mr. Lewis currently owes $21,415.
He owes $21,000 in child support? That's not nothing. That would take a couple subathons to pay off.
And 70 cents. And he has a current obligation of $66 a month.
He's never paid it at all? That'll do it.
That's 66. And his last payment was in August of 2022. Further, I also am not sure if Mr. Lewis has any representation in this matter or not.
Well, I'll be representing myself.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna represent himself. Oh, that's gonna go great. We saw how that worked for oh my gosh, Darrell. I'm already forgetting his name. The guy who murdered a bunch of people at that parade.
Down here, but
I did try to
Brooks? Daryl Brooks?
him this morning, Your Honor, but he said he's representing himself.
Yes, ma'am.
oh, okay. So I'm sorry, I thought Mr. Gaddy was here on this. Sorry. I
Two
can...
issues.
Okay.
The collections issue and then the probation violation.
So as to the collection issue, I can waive the waivable amounts. And Mr. Petherbridge, if you submit an order for that, leave
Will do, Your Honor.
balance at 73, you said?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Gnome Pickle says that will go great for his kid. Might make up for the loss that they took getting that being for a father.
And Mr. Lewis.
Can I speak now, Your Honor?
Yep, just a minute.
No problem.
Okay. Mr. Lewis, pursuant to Court Rule 6005, you have the right to the assistance of an attorney. So I can read you this section here if you're interested in
No, ma'am.
representing yourself.
Yes, I am, ma'am.
You are interested in representing yourself.
Yes, I've been
Okay, hold
representing
on.
myself since 2010, ma'am.
How's that going for you? You don't appear to be in a place where it looks like it's going well. Looks like you're in a prison in an orange jumpsuit. So, is that going well for you? Gnome Pickles says that'll go... Oh, I read that. Sorry.
Okay. Well, so then you've probably heard this a time or two, but we're supposed to read it to you every single time you come to court.
No problem.
Okay? So hold on just one second. It says here under subsection D, the court may, and this is in the initial waiver, so I'm assuming some other judge did this for you, but if not, here it goes. You are being advised that of the charge that you have in front of you, the violation of probation for which you have a VOP that is pending, alleges that you violated condition number 3 about making a truthful report to your probation officer monthly, as that they required, and that you failed to report on 1/26/23, and that you on 1/27/23 a call was placed to you and contact was made. You said you were going to turn yourself in on the warrant. The potential penalty in this case is up to 5 years and or $5,000. And I will read this.
He's so confident, baselessly. Look at him. He's like, yep, okay, all right, I got this.
I'm advising the defendant of the charge the maximum possible prison sentence for the offense, any mandatory minimum required by law, and the risk involving self-representation. In addition to that, I will offer you the opportunity to consult with a lawyer that you can retain of your choosing. Currently you're in custody, so I'd also appoint the public defender's office if
Mr. Whiskers, thanks for gifting us up.
you wanted assistance. That's my understanding that you are not interested.
No assistance needed, Your Honor.
Okay. This is your choice. All right, so how are we proceeding with the violation of probation?
Your Honor, I don't respect the reason I'm here today, but I will not disrespect your court because of others' egregious actions towards me. This is our first time meeting, and I plan on it being our last. Before Mr. Breckenbridge left, I would have liked to address the whole panel so that I had just a few questions for him to set precedent so that everyone's stance could be evident and clear and no misinterpretations, but I see...
Oh no, this is bad. He's confident. Like, he thinks he's fucking nailing it right now. Oh.
Breckenbridge, tuck tail and ran.
Well, we're making a recording and he's still here. He just was out of the camera view.
Great. Mr. Breckenbridge, can you please state your full name and title for the record?
Scott. Mr. Lewis, this is not your hearing.
I can't address the panel?
I don't think you're allowed to just opine for no reason. Because there's other stuff going on. Like, there are other cases she's got to get through today. There isn't time for everyone to give a big speech like they think they're in a movie.
No panel.
You have the probation officer, you have the court fines and fee officer, and you have the assistant.
And everyone put their appearances on the record. So we're going to move it along.
No problem. I can get right to it. That is fine.
All right.
The law is my protection, and I shall find remedy in it. Before we begin this process, I would like to address the court. In addressing the court, I would like to fully read and completely express all information today without interruption. I have 2 questions for the court. First question is, are all laws commercial?
No, they're not.
Second question.
Mr. Lewis.
It's funny that he also said, like, I don't want to be interrupted, but the first thing he said was a query. He asked a question, which is, like, by definition, going to require an interruption to answer? Whatever.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a violation of probation in front of you. I understand that you have been arraigned on the violation of probation. And because you are decided that you want to act as your own counsel, I will hold you to the same standards as I would any other defense counsel in this same procedure and within this same case. So, as to the violation of probation...
Samus says, longtime YouTube viewer, this is my first time live, Hannah, you rock. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the way that you killed Mother Brain.
You can accept responsibility by pleading guilty to the violation or no contest. You can.
That reminds me, I got the Metroid Prime remake like 2 months ago and I still haven't played it. I've been replaying Super Mario Odyssey and Super Mario 64.
And set this matter for a hearing in which we go forward, but this is not your hearing to run. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to address the court.
Astro Fox, thanks for gifting Samus a sub.
And put on record some very variable value information. And by
asking me questions is not putting information that
I've never actually played the first Metroid Prime. The first Metroid Prime game I played was the Metroid Prime 3 on the Wii. So,
on the record.
Yes, ma'am. I won't ask any more questions. Can I finish my statement? I have no more questions.
My question for you is, how are we proceeding with the hearing today? Are we proceeding with an acceptance, or are we proceeding that we need to set this matter for hearing?
Ma'am, this is not even a hearing that we should be having.
Sorry, my lips felt weird and I was looking at them. I wasn't just doing a weird thing at the camera for no reason.
If I could finish my statement, you could see that unless the AG has certain information, this is totally in violation and I'm not able to express myself. Like I said, I have no more questions. I just would like to read the information I have, and then they can go which direction they want to after the information has been expressed, ma'am.
Okay, tell me if you feel like the petition for your violation of probation is wanton in some regard.
It is not wanted at all, Your Honor. I shouldn't be.
It's not wanton?
I shouldn't be.
Well, you believe that it's accurate?
No, I believe it's inaccurate.
He thought she said wanted, not wanton.
I believe me being on probation is
okay.
inaccurate.
I do like the idea that he thought she was asking, do you want this charge? No, Judge, I do not want to be charged with this crime. Oh, okay, you can go then. The officer will let you out of the prison.
Quickly, Mr. Taft, Lewis.
I can finish? Thank you. I am the de jure. I am not an imbecile in law. I do not surrender my inalienable rights for any civil liberties. I am a five-fifths realized being and not a three-fifths dressed got compromised imbecile in law. I'm here today for...
Oh! Oh no, we're going there, okay. So he is saying he is a human being, he is not a 3/5 of a person, which I agree he's not. I agree. The 3/5 compromise is a terrible, terrible thing that the United States did. On the list of many, many, many terrible things. I would agree. You're not being treated like anything other than a person here today. I'm sorry.
For the non-payment of what is commonly known as child support. For the
Gnome Pickle says, "Oh, you don't consent. Why didn't you say that earlier? Damn, could have saved us a bunch of time. The bailiff will show you out and give you some cash for a taxi and sandwich as compensation."
record, there's no such thing as child support.
Except there is. There is. So.
The real reason I'm here today is because you're trying to enforce a contract/agreement by forcing me or compelling me to be a surety for
Mr. Lewis, are you telling me that you're a sovereign citizen and you do not believe that the orders of the court apply to you?
No, ma'am, I'm not sovereign at all. I'm just speaking, I'm just expressing.
I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just espousing sovereign citizen beliefs.
Why?
That's what you just said.
I said I'm a 5/5 realized being, ma'am.
Okay.
That's
So
not.
these are, I need you, if you can't answer my question, we're gonna adjourn this until you can get a hearing, and I'm gonna appoint standby counsel of the public defender.
I don't want counsel, ma'am. I just want to finish.
I understand that. So what I want you to do, and you don't have to have Mr. Gaddy right next to you during your event, but your hearing for next week. But what I want you to do is talk to him about your available option, because what's very clear to me is that you're not listening to the questions that are being posed to the court. Right? I say, are we having a hearing or are you accepting responsibility? I need an answer to that before we can go forward. You making a statement isn't evidence. That's not evidence, Mr. Lewis. And because you want to represent yourself, you're going to be held to the same standard as if you were a defense attorney appearing in front of this court. You can change your mind about that and have Mr. Gaddy represent you.
No, I don't want any.
But in the meantime, I'd like for you to talk to him in the next week so that you guys can discuss what the proper way is to go about dealing with the court. Because as of right now, you're not following the proper criminal procedure. You don't get to just make statements. There's an order to things. So you can find that out for Mr. Gaddy. This case is adjourned until next week. We'll see you back on the 6th. Or exactly, Ms. Armstrong, does that give you enough time, or do you need to put it up 2 weeks?
Be released.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Attorney General, does that give you enough time to do a writ, or do you need more time than that?
Judge, our office would request 2 weeks, just to ensure we have time.
We'll put it up 2 weeks.
Am I being remanded to jail, ma'am, or am I free to be released and come back in? Because I came in on my own accord, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
I have no
fair.
problem with coming back. Whatever.
I don't like sovereign citizens, but I shouldn't ask for the most punitive things just because I have personal shit against their dumbassery. Dr. Gamble, thanks for 34 months.
I'd like to make a bond motion, I'll hear that.
Yes, I would.
First, I'll put the recommendation from probation on the record.
Thank you.
The recommendation is for Mr. Lewis to serve 4 days in jail with 4 days credit, and to report to Agent Priest, to report to probation on March 2nd in the office. Your Honor, I'd also like to make note that I have a note here that indicates. Your Honor, may we approach?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you, we need to have a private conversation because we have, Mr. Attorney General is not here in person. We have to clear the courtroom. Separate that prosecutor's. Okay, Mr. Task Lewis, got additional information. You know, if you wanted to see me, there's a different way to do that. If you have a motion, or part of that is by working with an attorney who knows how to navigate the procedures of the court. Again, your choice not to use an attorney. I still have the standby counsel for the public defender should you choose to avail yourself of their decades of legal knowledge that might help you navigate this process.
Ma'am, I thought this was the hearing. I didn't know it.
Pardon?
I thought this was the hearing because last week I could not speak also because he said it was your case and I would be able to have my turn to speak when I was in front of you. Now I'm in front of you and you're telling me this isn't the hearing also, so.
Right. There's a lot of hearings in trials. It's not like a movie where you just show up on the trial day and you're like, here I am, let's try the case. It's not how it works. There's many hearings, it's a slow process, there's paperwork that needs to be filed. Takes a while.
I didn't know how you guys were going to proceed. I just want to be heard on what information I have. Like I said before, I asked for this warrant so that I could get in front of you, so that I could say this information.
You asked for a warrant?
To see which way.
And Mr. Taft Lewis, that's exactly what I'm saying, is that if you had used the assistance of the public defender's office or your attorney who assisted you at the time of your case, you wouldn't have had to violate your probation to get in front of this court. I don't believe that you are a flight risk. I think you've just made poor decisions. So I am going to release you, but you're to respond here in person, which is March 6th.
No problem.
On Monday at 1:30, and that is the date and time set for your hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, I would expect you to follow the proper procedure that any other criminal defense attorney would be held to the same standard. You
Your
still
Honor.
have the public defender at your disposal if you choose to consult with them.
No problem.
Could you also order him to report in person, probation officer?
You'll have to report to probation tomorrow, March 2nd. You'll report to probation on March 2nd to meet with your agent.
Which agent is that? Is that Agent Moses, Agent Miller, or Agent Priest?
Agent Priest.
No problem.
Your Honor, if I could ask Mr. Lewis to contact my office and give us the, address and phone number.
Did you hear that, Mr. Lewis? The public
Yes, I did.
defender is availing themselves to you.
I have no comment on that, but yes, I did hear him, ma'am.
I'm releasing you on PR.
Much appreciated, ma'am.
Okay, we
Is
will
that on
see you
all-
back
is
here.
that on all warrants? I had 3 warrants, one from the court fees and fines, I had one from FOC, and one from the violation of probation. Is that all warrants I'll be released on PR?
Yes, and yes.
Much appreciated, ma'am. I will see you March 6th at 9
See you
a.m.
then. It's 1:30 p.m.
1:30.
March 6th.
Be there at
March
1:30.
6th.
Yes, March 6th. I'll
Okay.
be there.
The most respectful sovereign citizen I've ever seen. Unironically. I'm gonna get some water and then we'll continue. Alright, I'm back. Hydrate.
Start filming, and she said no. And I said, you want to see me chew on my lips real fast way when I say, you saw cops and you start filming, and you go, no. I just start chewing my lips.
Welcome to the Dummy Cougar channel, everyone. Today we are headed to Las Vegas, Nevada to check in on everyone's favorite 20-year constitutional law scholar, Chili de Castro. In this video, we get to see Chili at his finest, bumbling around the city aimlessly, not understanding jail procedures, getting confused, growing increasingly angry over time, and finally being told on a live stream that he potentially has committed a felony.
Oh, great.
And anyone who thought being told live on YouTube that he may have committed a crime would deter him would sadly be mistaken. A mere 2 days after this event, he may have violated a protection order held by fellow content creator Blue Bacon. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right in.
Hi, how are you today? This is the case number that I have.
Okay.
And I need to know all the names of the officers on the scene. There was one officer.
Just a heads up.
Sure.
I gotta give
I thought he said he memorized them.
you a number. I can't just give it to you here.
Okay.
He said that in a previous video we watched him. He was like, when those cops took me down, I was looking at their name tags. I was looking at them. I saw it, and I was memorizing them. I just read them over and over again. Were you lying?
Okay, that's fine.
So it's gonna be about a 2.5, maybe 3 hour wait, okay?
Can I come back tomorrow morning or the next morning, set an appointment?
Anytime you come down here, it's 2.5 to 3 hour wait. What I
2.5
can do
to
is
3 hour wait?
I can get you the area command offices. They're a little bit faster.
Okay.
If you want to just head down there.
Sure, I'll head down there. I just need to know everybody on the scene so I can get the proper.
I would look it up.
That's certainly odd given the fact that Chili said this the day after he was arrested.
Oh, good.
But just so you guys know, when the cops are hemming me up, I memorized all of their names. When the cops are on top of you, you memorize those names. I looked at the name tags 6, 8, 9 times. Just kept looking at the name tag, kept looking.
Needed a 10th. It all fell out of his head.
Looking at the name tag, kept looking at the name tag. I know all of them.
Odd indeed. So the gentleman he's speaking with eventually suggests he try a different location, as the current location has a 3-hour wait to get the information he's requesting.
So I came down here to the Las Vegas Metro Police Department to try to get the stuff that I need, and it's hours and hours. So how much time does it cost me? How many hours, days, weeks, and months does it cost me when I get a charge and there's no victim?
Chili, you got arrested for interfering with a traffic stop and then resisting arrest. There are many crimes that don't necessarily have a direct individual victim. Those crimes are typically framed as society as a whole is a victim of antisocial behavior. It's not generally unreasonable.
There's no victim. There's no victim.
Like speeding, for instance. Speeding, which Chili thinks shouldn't be illegal either. Speeding laws, or like whatever, are there to protect society as a whole, because society is victimized when there are random people driving recklessly, right? Even if in the moment there's no direct victim.
To anything I've done. I've never created a victim in my entire lifetime. There's never been a victim, and I've been arrested
You've certainly victimized yourself.
dozens of times, and I've never had someone who is a victim.
Let's see what this says. Oh, great. Oregon versus Castro from 1993. On September 25th, 1995, Jose Maria de Castro was charged with 2 misdemeanors, stalking and disorderly conduct. According to the attached court record, he was found guilty on the stalking charge and took part in a diversion program. There's no disposition shown for the disorderly conduct charge. At one point, a warrant had been issued but was later recalled. Oh, another one! In 1993, Jose Maria de Castro was charged with theft in the 2nd degree, a misdemeanor. According to the attached court record, he was found guilty. Lennon Cat says the first step in a court is arraignment, where the defendant is informed of the charges. There's also a preliminary phase where the court determines the validity and value of the evidence to see if there's enough evidence and jurisdiction to try the defendant in court. There's a pre-trial process in which discovery motions and plea bargains occur. Finally, there's a trial where legal guilt or innocence is determined. Finally, a sentencing hearing where punishment is determined. Oh, look, another one. 2004, someone filed a filed a other family lawsuit against Jose de Castro. This case was filed in LA County, blah, blah, blah. Judge overseeing this case was Cowan David. The case status is disposed? Does that mean... Oh no, a permanent protection order was granted. So in 2004, he got a restraining order against him. I did see Moist Critical covered Chili. I haven't actually seen the video, but Baja listens to Moist Critical, and she told me about it. What's quiet, my voice or the video, or everything? If it's everything, turn your volume up. Oh, another one? Another protective order from 2012. Great. Harassment. Knowingly making calls to harass or abuse. This was in 2022. Bond set for $2,500.
Towards the end of the video, we will be circling back to this protection order as it's pertinent to today's story.
So I'm just 2 minutes away from this place. Let's go in and see if it's even possible to get the paperwork that you need in the same day. Can you schedule some time to go get the paperwork you need from the coppers?
Vast Lunacy, I'm glad you're here to see the results of your donation yesterday.
Actually get the stuff you need in the same day, or just getting the materials you need. Does it take you more than one day? There's the
one of the reasons a lot of people get lawyers.
$1 million question right there. Does it take you more than one day to get the materials that you need? End Torture Cuffs is now up. You guys can go to the website. It's called endtorturecuffs.com. Everybody go to that website and check that out.
So I checked out his website, and I must say, it looks much more professional than his previous ones. Thanks to someone on Discord, however, there is one funny error. I wonder if torture cuffs are more painful when you have 5 fingers and 1 thumb.
Let's go into this cop shop. Let's see if these coppers are gonna have the stuff that I'm asking for. Hopefully. Probably gonna say, oh, your camera's running, you can't come in here. That's not it. Is that a cop shop? I thought this was a cop shop. That's not a cop shop, huh? Okay. That's a medical, huh? Okay. Maybe I got the address a little sideways. Let me see here. Let me see. That's the right address. There has to be there's a substation here somewhere. There has to be this cop shop around here somewhere. You pull your camera out and you start filming that filthy copper. You film coppers. That's what you do. When you see a copper, you film the copper, okay? That's how it rolls, folks. That's how...
Vast Lunacy with 70 bits says it looks great, Hannah. Thank you.
How it rolls. That's how you do. I just need to know the names of the people who were there. That's all I need. I looked at the name tags 6, 8, 9 times. Just kept looking at the name tag, kept looking at the name tag, kept looking at the name tag. I know all of them. I don't have all their names to properly file a lawsuit.
So I can't just give you names. Do you need a copy of this report?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so go ahead and sign it for me, please.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thanks. And I still have numbness in my finger and my...
When were you arrested, sir?
Fuck off, Chili. You're numb because they put handcuffs on you. Go fuck yourself.
The 17th.
Oh, okay.
The 17th.
All right, well,
so it's
best
been...
thing to do right now at this point is I got to give you to our internal affairs department, and then
Okay.
we'll have to look into it. Okay, so let me get you their number.
Cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you for your time.
So after striking out at cop shop number 2, he gets the phone number to Internal Affairs to obtain the names of the officers he already memorized.
I'd love to. So now let's just do it since everybody's here. Let's just go ahead and give a call over there. Let's just call over to that internal affairs place that they gave me the number to. Let's just give them a call real fast here. That way I don't got to record the call. It'll already be recorded right here.
This, as it turns out, will be a mistake. I'm just playing the audio of the call due to the lag in the video. The overlay is of the body camera footage obtained by the Artie's Corporate Fiction channel. Check out his link below if you get a chance. He's very entertaining.
Hi, my name is Jose de Castro, and I was arrested by the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. I believe it was March 17th. I can check the exact date for you, but I have the police report number here, and you know, something very bad happened during my arrest.
I was handcuffed. Can you believe it?
One of the cops
IA's gonna fucking laugh at him.
decided to apply torture to me, and
apply torture. Just say you were put in handcuffs, Chili. If you really believed that your argument was compelling, you wouldn't hide what you were saying. You wouldn't say, they applied torture to me. You would say, they put handcuffs on me, and I believe that's torture. But you know that that's a ridiculous statement, and that's why you lie by omission. That's why you do this. You know you're full of shit, Chili. Dr. Gamble says he's like a petulant child complaining about the bruise he got from being pushed on the playground for 3 months straight. Bittergrin says, didn't they even loop 2 cuffs together for him to make them longer? Yeah, because he expressed to them that he had, like, shoulder issues, and he can't, like, have his, you know, shoulder... Good outfit to do this in. He couldn't have his, like, shoulders, like, you know, everything, like, pressed and stuff. So they put on 2 pairs of handcuffs so he could have his arms further apart. They accommodated him!
And continued to squeeze me and hurt me to where he caused nerve damage in my arm, in my thumb, and my finger.
Okay, and do you know the name of the employee?
His website is full of bad AI art. Wait, you expect Chili to pay a human being for actual art? No. He's gonna type some shit into a computer and get hands with too many fingers.
I know the name of the copper who arrested me is named Bork.
Bork. Gnome Pickle says, the video of his arrest shows him gesticulating wildly while he whinged like a child. It's delightful. We watched it on the patron-only live stream. I'm not watching it here, although this is the video you're seeing on screen, is the arrest video. I don't know. It was interesting, but it was short, so there wasn't a lot to talk about. Mr. Whiskers says, that's an option? I just got the regular amount of handcuffs when I was arrested. You could ask. I'm not guaranteeing the cops are gonna, you know, care, but... Tea with Goblin says, but Hannah, you don't understand. He faced consequences for his actions. Clearly an outrage of inhuman torture.
The copper the copper who arrested me was named Brandon Bork, B-O-U-R-Q-U-E. That's the cop that arrested me, but that's not the cop that tortured me. Brendan's a little misguided. He believes that First Amendment auditors or activists are going to pull out a gun and shoot him. That's what he told me in the car. Of course, miraculously, his body camera was off now in the police report. He says his body camera was off, so it can't show him wrongfully arresting me. But
we have the body camera. We're seeing some of it, but there's body camera footage from the thing, from the guy. I've seen it. So is he just lying now? I saw the body cam footage, Chili.
Good thing I was streaming live and they can't hide that video. I got that one.
Mr. Whisker says, also my wrist still hurt 10 years later.
So Bork's camera did get shut off for a few minutes during the scuffle with Chili. When he gets the body camera turned back on, Bork actually explains what happened during the scuffle. However, what is on there is their conversation about First Amendment auditors. Let's listen to see if Bork actually said what Chili contends that, quote unquote, First Amendment auditors are going to pull out a gun and shoot him. Roll that tape, Playboy.
Have you seen the First Amendment auditors that are violent?
I've never seen.
That have weapons?
Never seen him.
I've seen a lot. And the thing is, I don't know you. Now I'm starting to get to know you, but I didn't know you before.
He does mention that some auditors carry weapons, which is obviously 100% true. He doesn't mention a thing about guns or being shot. Let's continue.
Okay, so did you want to make a complaint against both employees?
Oh, yeah, I want to make a complaint against all of them on the scene, because here's what happened, ma'am.
They put me in handcuffs! Who cares, Skip says Chili's meat hard drive is more reliable than video.
as this really bad person named Jay Solnero.
I don't know if Chili has ever had a gun. I don't know.
I can't remember his.
I don't recall.
I can't get his dang name tag in my mind because I was being tortured, and he sat behind me and tortured me while the other 4 cops stood around.
Again, he's saying torture when what he means is I was in handcuffs.
On me, literally in a half a C with my body pressed up against the car. And I said to the other coppers, I said, hey, he's torturing me. You have to stop this. And they didn't. So I'm suing all of them. And I'm suing Las Vegas Metro, and I'm suing the county, and I'm suing the city. So I'm suing everybody.
You are sued, mister. You're all witnesses.
Is that his name, Solero?
No, that's what you said.
Yeah, Salerno or Solnero. First initial is letter J for sure, because my first initial is J for Jose. So I remember seeing his first letter initial and being like, he's got the same letter name as me, but he's a torturing son of a bitch and I'm not.
What a sentence.
I don't torture people.
He's a torturing son of a bitch and I'm not. So, yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe
That isn't the right one.
Well, I mean, the initials are J and S, 100%. Like,
right.
So you should be able to find them from that.
Well, no, sir, because we have 5,000 officers on the department.
4,999 too many.
Okay.
That fake laugh from the IA agent was pretty priceless. She's already sick of Chili.
Let me guess, we can't find him. I wouldn't be shocked at all. So Internal Affairs, who's the police of police, they can't find the initials of a copper? Is that true? Is that what you're really telling me?
Yeah, sir, I'm looking on my list right now to see if I can find him. And then you said that someone tortured you. How was it torture?
Because what he did was they had me in the torture cuffs. They had me in 2 pair of torture cuffs.
The torture! He said it to her! Oh my god! Chili. They're not torture cuffs. You're fine.
They were connecting them together because I got a slight tear in my left shoulder and bone spurs in my right. I told them that. I said, listen, there's no victim. There's no crime here. You're just arresting me for filming you. Don't hurt me. And so they put 2 cuffs on me, and that was fine.
Because you expressed that you had injuries that they then accommodated. I don't know why he says that detail as if it's incriminating to them when it's not. It shows that they had a concern for your well-being and, like, how you were feeling. Why does he say copper like someone from the 19th century? I don't know. Does he think it's disrespectful? I don't think they care. Tea with Goblin says, okay, hear me out. Sovsit videos, but it's reenacted by the Swedish chef. Bork, 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 do not understand in your jurisdictions.
Fine, you know, my shoulder still hurt. But then this other copper, Jay Salerno.
Yeah, this is Chili.
Soleno. I don't know his last name.
Starts with an S. So swummy, slippy, slappy, slimming, Swanson?
Maybe it's on the briefcase. Look at
Samsonite!
Oh yeah, it's right here. Samsonite. I was way off. I knew it started with an S though.
Copper. Or Jay Salerno or whatever his name.
Dumb and Dumber's funnier than it has a right to be.
Name is, and he was just.
You guys want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Bad mouthing me, and so I turned.
Black's Law Dictionary request. What do you want me to look up?
To him and I said, dude, get at. Like I let him know. And so then he jumps down and grabs my arm and starts squeezing me and tells me, "You're not following our directive, so I can do this to you."
Okay, I'll look up hooligan. Chili, you were resisting arrest. That's why they were grabbing you.
And then he put his thumb in my ulnar nerve and began to squeeze on my elbow. I've already identified as a journalist. You have my ID. Stop squeezing me. And he squeezed so hard that he forced me to rip my elbow away from his hand.
He forced me to resist arrest. Hooligan.
And then, of course, as soon as I ripped my elbow away from his hand, he said I was resisting and then moved to hurt my shoulder, which I'd already told him has a tear in it. And he said, I'm gonna pat you down. I said, I've been patted down 3 times, dude. You don't need to pat me down. He didn't want to pat me down. He dropped down and hit me in the testicles. First, he had me spread my legs so that my nuts would fall, and then he uppercutted my testicles.
There is no hooligan in here. I'm sorry. Instead, I will read justifiable homicide. The killing of another in self-defense when faced with the danger of death or serious bodily injury. See self-defense. A killing mandated or permitted by law, such as execution for a capital crime, or killing to prevent a crime, or a criminal's escape. Oh God. Or a criminal's escape. This is an old edition.
Testicles.
Not that old, though.
All
Jesus.
the body cams were running. I said, I can't believe you just hit me in the nuts, dude. I can't believe you just did this. At that point, I told him he has a 1-inch penis. And if you took the cuffs off me, at least do it fair. Take me.
At that point, I told him he had a 1-inch penis. Take me seriously, please.
Unfairly.
I honestly can't believe he's still trying to pull this off. The shamelessness of him still pretending he wants to fight a cop is truly astounding, especially after the Chad Goo debacle.
You know, because people had been calling me and saying, oh, you know, people have been texting me, you know, American Pride, Ohio, Eugene earlier was like, you know, Chad Goo saying you're ducking him. Dude, I'm the one that suggested to you that we get into a cage and have a fist fight.
And then I'm pretty sure he said, okay, let's do it. And then you said nothing because you ignored him after that. Gnome Pickles says, sir, have you mistaken this number as a 1900 sex line?
If I didn't feel confident in my ability, I wouldn't offer you to get in a cage, brother.
You know, and just so you guys know, I'm gonna fight Chad Goo one day. Whether that's whether we can postpone this and fight in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, or whether I just go to his practice room, because I want Chad to know, Chad, as far as athletic ability, you're just not on my level. And I could stomp a mud hole in your ass. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to pass the physical with the blood pressure.
There's something making a really high-pitched noise. What is it? That's incredibly annoying.
Pressure.
I gotta find this. This is nuts. Oh, it's the vent. It's the vent for the AC. I did not do it to show off the tit window. You guys have seen the tit window. It's
being this high and my knee being this banged up.
High knee pressure is the silent killer that not enough people are talking about.
It's too much. It's too much. And now you can't find him. You can't find
him. I feel like one of these days something's gonna pop and you're gonna see a whole tit in the tit window and it's gonna be a bad day.
He who actually hurt
that VOD's gonna have to get nuked.
Me. That I have nerve.
If you gave me a complete name, I would be able to find him.
You're telling me there's not a report?
And I keep searching under different SOLs, SAL. I'm trying to figure out, and so far I have struck out.
Your internal affairs, right? So on Bork's body cam, on Doolittle's body cam, there's going to be everybody who was on the scene. On Sorensen's body cam, on S. Sorensen was there as well. Sorensen threatened to shoot me. He threatened to shoot me with a taser. For what? For what? They physically attacked me for no reason. My crime was pointing a camera.
I don't have an S. Sorensen. Are you sure it's an S?
But just so you guys know, when the cops are hemming me up, I memorized all of their names.
Can you discuss that with the detective? I can't give information out over the phone, sir.
Why? When was the last time someone plotted to attack Las Vegas Metro Police Department? When did that happen? When was last?
It is our confidentiality policy.
He's a public servant. He's a public servant being called out for abuse. Why would you hide his?
I'm
Okay.
not going to argue with you.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm trying to help you.
I get it. Sorry, ma'am. I'm just a little emotional as I relive what this guy did to me as I was in
He just looks calm in the video, just sitting there in handcuffs. He looks fine. He doesn't look like he's in pain.
cuffs. Why can't he try that against me? I'm old. He should be able to whoop me. Invite me to the gym and let's go down there and see if you can do it without.
Are you doing this again to the IA person? She doesn't give a shit about your weird ego shit about the gym. What is wrong with you, Chili? What is wrong with your brain?
Torture cuffs. See what happens. See how it goes.
It's like he thinks everything is like this weird, arbitrary manliness competition. The cop wasn't trying to one-up you. He was just trying to arrest you. It doesn't matter whatever. It wouldn't matter if you could beat him in whatever you consider a fair fight. You're not fighting. He's a cop. He arrested you for breaking the law.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to pass the physical.
Guy's a psycho. And then he sat in the car and told me how First Amendment auditors drop the phone and shoot cops. That's what he said in the car. Wait till the audio comes out. He literally told me that people who film cops will drop the camera and shoot them. That's what he said to me.
Have you seen the First Amendment auditors that are violent?
I've never seen.
That have weapons?
Never seen any.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah, I heard it from Bork, from Brandon Bork, said that First Amendment auditors are going to shoot cops.
So he rambles on, repeating himself for a few more minutes when, just out of the blue, the IA representative asks this very pertinent question.
Are you recording this, by the way?
All my calls are recorded, ma'am. I'm a journalist.
Okay.
Is Las Vegas a one-party consent state, or did he just break the law?
Then I need to disconnect the call. I can't take any recorded calls.
Oh, you can't? Can I call you back?
The law.
Oh.
I can give you the statute if you would like it. In person,
It's against the law. Okay.
you can record. Over the phone, if you don't have my permission, you cannot record.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
You may not record, obtain, share, or use oral conversations that you are not a part of without the consent of the contributing party. Wire communications cannot be recorded or shared without the consent of all involved parties.
Okay.
NRS
Hello, chat.
200.650.
I love you.
Okay. I'll stop the record.
Upstairs. I think she wanted me to pet her while she ate.
Why not?
Then. Thanks for your time. Okay, bye, ma'am.
Dad says best girl.
Love you, Father.
She says love you.
I guess you're not allowed.
Overthought says you'd figure a First Amendment scholar would know which states are one-party states or not. You'd think.
To record.
It's almost like he's not a scholar by any definition.
Because it is not admissible and I do not give my permission.
Right. No problem, ma'am. Thanks for your time.
So he's been warned that he could be committing a felony, and this woman did not give him consent to record this conversation. Surely he just cuts the live stream, right?
I need to read you a statement, and it's saying that you are telling me the truth to the best of your knowledge of what occurred.
I just gotta walk away from my
You're calling to try to get an officer in trouble.
No, I just gotta walk away from my recording because you asked me not to record. So I put my phone over there so I'm not recording.
Okay.
Now you're not being recorded.
All right, thank you. Is
Sure.
the information you are providing true and accurate?
Yes, ma'am. The information is true and accurate.
All right. Do you understand that a person who deliberately reports to any police officer, sheriff, district attorney, deputy sheriff, deputy district attorney, or member of the Department of Public Safety
Yes, he posted an illegal recording online, so that's great.
that a felony or misdemeanor has been committed,
Right.
which causes a law enforcement agency to conduct a criminal or internal investigation. Knowing such a report to be false is guilty of a misdemeanor per Nevada Revised Statute 207.280.
Okay.
Do you understand this?
I do, ma'am. I'm not lying. I'm gonna actually file a lawsuit. But let me ask you a question. Are you recording the phone call?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, if I was, I would have to tell you up front.
Oh, I didn't know that.
One-party consent state, or two-party consent state, sorry.
About that. Well, I'll take the recording down from the internet. Sorry about that, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be
Yeah,
mean.
because actually it can be considered as a felony if you did not give my permission.
Teratona says, ooh, felonies.
Sure, I'll take it down then. Sorry about that.
He literally posted this. Genius. My wife's gonna put biscuits in the oven for me, which I appreciate. I'm very hungry. I had a small lunch.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, I better take that recording down then. Okay.
Anyway, you're welcome to share the other recording that you had in person, but over the phone you're not allowed to.
Okay, let me take it down then.
This phone call lasts approximately 5 more minutes while Chili is still recording the call. The audio gets a little tougher to hear, but you can make out the entire thing, and it's just a rehash of everything he said previously. Let's jump to the end.
Okay, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys. I actually have to take this video down. I talked to her about it. She said, you know, as soon as I found out that it was against the law, I stopped recording.
No, you didn't!
And so she said, because I said, now I'm going to be in a back and forth with these people. I'm going to be in a back and a forth. And they're going to try to press charges against me for recording them. And she said, no, you stopped recording immediately.
But you didn't stop recording, Chili. Do I think anything would ever come of this? I highly doubt it, but maybe it can be a learning opportunity. I'm really sorry, I couldn't finish the sentence. We all know Chili refuses to learn anything new. Alright, let's jump to the second part of the video.
First name Punch Numbers says it's very easy to Google a map of which states are single party and which aren't, by the way. Interesting. All party consent states. Interesting. See, it says Michigan is an all-party consent state.
Chili may have broken the law yet again.
Strangely, how?
Oh. Delete laws. Is this the real delete laws? It's the fake private eye, real private eye. The fake military cop, it's the real.
Okay.
Military police sergeant. Which I technically still am. You play the tuba and you're getting sued. I do play the tuba. I am getting sued. But I still am military police. I'm not MOSQ'd for my position, which is allowed. But give me 1 second, folks. I'd like to respond to this without handcuffs on. Really did myself dirty here.
Blue really makes me laugh.
Blue Bacon does a thing where I think it's, I haven't caught any of his streams in a while, but I think it's like a goal or something that if you give him a certain amount of money, like tips or whatever, he puts on handcuffs as a joke to make fun of Chili, calling it torture.
What a hell of a time to handcuff yourself behind your back. For a little context, Blue Bacon here has a 1-year restraining order against Chili de Castro seen here. Let's see if Blue makes it out of these torture cuffs.
Man, I sure wish my hands were free so I could play you some music while I try to figure this out. That is the actual delete laws. I have confirmed. If people could screenshot that for me, that would be fantastic. If we could do that very quickly. Mr. Castro here has made several statements on my video. I have confirmed it does go back to his channel. He says, he comments, the fake private eye, the fake military cop, you play the tuba and you're getting sued. Every video made is damages. I had 20,000 subscribers in my first month. He says, you're so fake. He says, it's why you're a nobody. Says this vid and every vid you make will be damages. Says you're so irrelevant.
Chili is such a wild. I'm gonna vote narcissism for Chili. He has kind of a narcissistic rage thing going.
If people could just screenshot that. And if you don't know who's screenshotting it, it's you. If you would be so kind. So, document. This is my stream. On the right-hand side, we have the chat. If I click this, there's one of his comments says, "You're so fake." I say, go to channel. This is his channel. 105,000 subscribers. Elite Laws, 1984. And that is the evidence. Thank you.
Somehow Blue Bacon remains really calm during all this. I think I would be in a full-on panic mode. He's literally obtaining evidence against Chili whilst being handcuffed behind his back. YouTube can be so fun sometimes. Alright, Blue.
This feels very much like the writer's barely disguised fetish, honestly. What does this feel like to you?
Get out of those cuffs. I know you can do it, buddy.
You're my boy, Blue!
Okay. So, trying to put a thing in a hole that doesn't exist. Relatable, am I right? So, we're free now. Let me explain why I got so excited about that. If you'll excuse me. It's because I have a restraining order against him. He is not allowed to contact me. Now I have evidence of multiple contacts against me. And I can prove, because I just...
Does Blue Bacon wear eyeliner? He has very striking eyes. It looks like he's got eyeliner on, which, like, there's nothing... I am in favor. I am not against. I'm just curious because he has such, like, striking eyes. Does he just have really thick lashes at the base or something?
Recorded on stream.
Like, am I crazy? Does anyone else, like, look at... He's got, like, dramatic. It's almost like he's got... Yeah.
Clicking that link of the comment that he left goes directly to his channel.
I can't stream without, like, eyeshadow anymore. My eyes look wrong without eyeshadow. I look naked or sick or something.
Congratulations, Mr. Castro. You just violated a protection order multiple times. So, I think that deserves a drink. Well done, sir. You are not allowed to contact me. It's court order, actually. So, I will be reporting this to the police.
Chili just cannot help himself. The stream did have this title in it, but Blue only covered him for a few minutes. The entire stream was really fun to watch. I linked it below in the description.
It's almost like I got a restraining order on purpose. And it's almost like I read that restraining order. You have it. You should have read it too. And it's almost like, oh gosh, the court confirmed you had received it. That's so weird.
When was this? Recently. This was recent. This was within the last, like, week. So Chili could get in trouble for this. I imagine that Blue Bacon's gonna report this to the court.
Well, I digress. Wow, it is a party tonight. Let me tell you. It's...
April 7th? Okay. Today's the 12th.
What a goof. What a goober. Better luck next time, bud.
Blue Bacon, who we all know is a man of few words, seems to have busted Chili breaking this protection order. Rather than the recorded phone call with Internal Affairs, this could potentially land Chili in more legal trouble. And it couldn't happen to a better 20-year law scholar with high knee pressure who has never created a victim. Before I let...
KC10 Crew Chief, thanks for 7 months, says, howdy, sorry, late. You're good. Stromboli, what do you want for the Black's Law Dictionary?
Chili, take us out. Please remember to subscribe, notify, like, and comment below.
First he had me spread my legs, uppercutted my testicles. He dropped down and hit me in the testicles. 1-inch penis.
It's actually not in here. Belligerent isn't in here. Instead, let's go with... Belief action distinction. In First Amendment law, the Supreme Court's distinction between allowing a person to follow any chosen belief and allowing the state to intervene if necessary to protect others from practices of that belief. That seems relevant to the modern world. Oh, it's the fraud guy.
What's up, fam? How y'all doing? Now, I know a lot of you guys been learning about like the right to travel, you know, traveling to private or anything like that, right? Now, I don't know if I'll touch bases on this, right? Because I talked about insurance, right? Now, this is what you guys need to know. You want to get insurance for your vehicle. And the reason why I say insurance, because insurance is very, you know, important, because say if you guys driving a $80,000, $90,000 car, right? Or even a $30,000 car, you don't want your car to get wrecked or anything like that by, you know, traveling, you know, in the private and everything like that, right? So this is a solution. This is what you guys can do. Let's say if you're traveling down the road, right? And you drive and someone hits you from behind, right? Now you have insurance on your vehicle. Now the same method that I showed you guys to use before would be the same thing that you apply now. So after you receive your insurance,
Thanks, Gregory Term. Enjoy your lunch.
sure that the address that's stated on the insurance says rural free delivery, right? Non-domestic. Put the whatever state you live in, and make sure you put all zeros, right? Now the reason why you want to update your insurance information that way, so you will be outside of the state's territorial jurisdiction. And so anytime you get pulled over, the officer, only thing that they there for, they are just the mediator. They are just there to just report the accident, and they also there to make sure that you guys have insurance. So what you're going to do is exchange insurance information.
They're going to ask you for your driver's license and registration, most likely as well. Oh, it's illegal. This guy tells people to do illegal stuff all the time. If you haven't seen me cover him before, he basically tells people how to commit fraud, felony fraud against banks, and like do synthetic identity theft, and like open credit cards fraudulently. Like that's his channel, is telling people to do that. He's scum.
With the person who hit you. So you would give them your name, your policy number, and the name of the company, and you would do the same way, the same thing and vice versa. So when the police ask you, hey, you got a driver's license, say, no, I'm my right to travel. Make sure you have no contracts in the state. So
I went in he does live streams, and I went and I talked to him in his live chat once. He's an asshole.
when you operating and having your right to travel, and you in a private, they don't have personal jurisdiction over you. Now, yes.
He's an asshole and incredibly condescending, even though he's an idiot. It's frustrating.
You have insurance, but once they go off the insurance information and the address say rural free delivery, there's nothing that they can do. So by you being able to have insurance, you will still be able to protect your vehicle.
No, I didn't get banned.
Because I got with this insurance company that...
He used me as a sales tactic for his idiot followers. Because I was trying to tell people in the chat, like, listen, what he's telling you is illegal. If you listen to him, you're going to go to jail. Please don't listen to him. I'm not here to, like... I'm not here just to be an asshole. Like, I want you to understand that the things he is telling you are not true, and you will go to jail for them. And he's... the whole time would just be like, yeah, this Hannah in chat doesn't know what she's talking about. She's another one of these haters who doesn't want you to succeed and all sorts of shit. Oh.
That accepts international driver's licenses. You know, the driver's license that
Which is true. I am a hater, but that's irrelevant.
I've been using, like the international one. They are called Magnum Insurance. Yeah.
Mr. Blast says your insurance agent will not accept anything but an address. Sorry. Yeah, Mr. Blast knows this. He does the insurance. I think one of the things he tells people to do is to give a fake address or to give a P.O. box address, but act as though it's a, like, residential address. Like, they'll give the address of the post office and then just have, like, number, whatever, as the postal box to give the impression that it's like a residential address. He's a fraudster.
M-A-G-N-U-M, Magnum Insurance. get in contact with them, try to get a full coverage policy. You can do it straight online, and it's cheap. You know, only pay what, $87 a month. I had to pay $150 down. That's not bad, especially for full coverage, not liability insurance or nothing. Full coverage. They cover up to $50,000 in damages, and they also cover bodily harm or injury, so whatever the case might be. So if I crash into someone and they broke a leg or something like that, or even worse, we will still be covered. They will still be covered. You know, everything straight. As long as I'm operating outside of their jurisdiction, I'm still having my way. I'm still, you know, got my right to travel.
He seems to be under the impression that the police are not going to ask for driver's licenses on the scene, which is just nuts.
Right. Now,
like, they're going to take your information for a report.
Once you exchange information with the person you crashed into, you want to make sure you set up roadside assistance. That means that you know the tow truck gonna come, grab your vehicle, put it on, take it, or whatever the case might be, right? You just want to know this stuff just to protect yourself at all times, right? I'm gonna show you guys my policy, right? Hold on, give me a second. Okay. So I don't know what the hell wrong with this, but they didn't put my personal information on there because when you giving people of your policy information, they don't really have to get your address. All they need is your policy number. Your policy number is what protects you, right? So this is my information right here. This everything. You can download the app. You can show.
Look at all the expense. He has arcade machines and shit. Again, let me remind you, this guy, for a living, what he does is he steals from banks. He opens fraudulent credit cards and runs them up to the max and then just ditches them.
The police officer and the person you crashed into, your policy number, just by your app, I can just show them like that. They can take down the policy number. They'll say, hey, what is your driver's license? Say, I got the right to travel, sir. But they ask, hey, where do you live? I live in the United States of America Republic. They can go on my app and see my address is gonna say rural free delivery, non-domestic. So that's completely outside of their jurisdiction. And also, I got roadside assistance. So if I was ever in a car...
How does he get away with this? Systems are big and complicated, and it can take a long time to catch people sometimes. I guarantee he'll get caught. I've thought about reporting him, but then I decided I'm not a narc. Even though I think he's a big piece of shit. I don't know how I feel morally about reporting someone like this to the police, knowing he would get, like, life in prison for the amount of money he stole. Not super comfy with that. But, like, I gotta imagine he'll get caught eventually if he's really doing all the things he's claiming he's doing.
Accident or anything like that. Not only if my car get into a wreck, the roadside
we're not doing the hats off today because I'm doing the Maid outfit.
assistance can take
I might cut it a little early today too because I'm really fucking warm in this. So.
my car to the nearest tow yard, and also my insurance company will cover that.
Hydrate.
Even though if it's a complete loss, they're gonna make sure I'm covered. They're gonna make sure whoever I hit get covered, just like that. You want to make sure you have insurance, but you want to know this type of information because I know a lot of people that has the right to travel, but they like, damn, what if you do get in a car accident? Everybody just be stuck. Like, we've been teaching you guys about the Constitution, about you being in the private, you can do this, but what happened when you get in a car accident? Now you're like, damn, what else? What's the next step? And you just heard private, well, operating in a private, but damn, what do you do when you get in a car accident? Well, somebody smack your shit and you didn't even do nothing. Now you'll be like, okay, dang, he told me to go get a policy from this insurance company right here, Magnum, and Magnum gonna get you right. Make sure when they ask you for your driver's license number, I put my passport number because my passport number is my international driver's license ID number, right? So
that's not what they're asking for. Again, he's just committing fraud. He just commits fraud.
They're gonna ask you a zip code. You can give them any zip code just so you can get a quote. I get them.
You can give them any zip code. Don't do that. Give them your zip code.
Zip code to my PO box, right? Once they do the zip code, boom, you put down your information. I still put rural free delivery, non-domestic, and put that zip code. Once I got the policy, that's when I updated the zip code to all zeros. I already have the policy. There's nothing that they can do. We locked in for 6 months. So I paid them $87 every single month. And if someone ever crashed into my vehicle, I'm just going to give them my policy information and they're going to give me their policy information.
Stromboli says, if we set up a goal for an office fan, would you get one? Your house gets hot in summer, right? Nobody wants sweaty Maid, Hannah. Non-degens, at least. I have a fan right here. It's just loud. It's loud. I'll figure something out this summer. Maybe I'll just blow myself with this.
And we going to exchange
The vent up here isn't closed. I checked.
insurance. Police going to record it and document it. I'm outside of their jurisdiction. And we go on with our peaceful day. I'm out.
Well, he's an idiot and probably gonna go to jail at some point.
We are on the record in the 13th Judicial District, District Court of Greenwood County, Kansas. We are here in 2022 CR 133, the state of Kansas versus Gregory Brian Kelly. Ms. Jill Gillette, Greenwood County Attorney, appears for the state. Mr. Kelly appears in person and pro se. Mr. Kelly, I'd ask again, are you sure you don't want an attorney to help you in this case?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right.
And can I correct the record? It's 2023.
Well, the case is 2022, though.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
It doesn't hurt to check because I do make mistakes on that, but they go by the year the case was filed, and this was filed in 22.
All right. Thank you.
Gnome Pickle says, guys like this taught the last customer who escalated on my rep because we refused to accept their fake social in a credit check. Wasted an hour of my rep and my's life. It's exhausting. Yeah, I bet it is.
You're welcome. Now then, we are set for motion hearings. Defendant being charged with possession of marijuana, a misdemeanor.
That's stupid.
Paraphernalia, a misdemeanor. Operating a motor vehicle without liability insurance, a misdemeanor.
That's not stupid.
Ms. Gillette, did you ever get any indication that there was insurance? Any proof, Mr. Kelly?
Let me look and see if there's one in the file, Judge. It's been a while since we looked at the insurance issue. I don't believe I have any copy of insurance presented to me.
That was actually faxed into the office. At a previous hearing, we had already determined that it was all good and prior to the incident.
All right. And then we have, I'll double check that as well, Ms. Gillette, to make sure you get credit for that. Sure. Then count 4, operating a motor vehicle without registration or expired tag, all misdemeanors. So let's just check and see if that was formally dismissed. You're alleging that you did have insurance.
And registration, yes, I did.
Okay, did you have your car tag?
It was a temporary tag. I was still waiting for the real tag to come in the mail.
Okay, well, if the temporary tag was current at the time, then that's...
It was not.
Okay, and that's the problem with that.
Yes.
Then the defendant on September 14th requested transcripts of apparently the first appearance.
I requested that.
Oh, you did. Okay, state did. And did you get what you were looking for there, Ms. Gillette? Has it been provided?
It's been provided, Your Honor.
Okay.
There was an admission on the record that day, the same as today, that the tag was not current on the vehicle at the time.
Okay.
So we did it?
October 18th of 2022, there does appear on the record to be a dismissal journal entry to count 3 of the insurance. Then November 8th, there was a pro se motion filed, and I think we addressed at least that one. Is that the one that just had a caption but no body to it? Let me pull that up and look at that. Yes, that was one that said motion to dismiss, lack of evidence, but it didn't have anything further. And I believe, Mr. Kelly, you agreed that that one didn't have enough substance to be proceeded on. Am I remembering correctly?
That is correct, Judge.
Then on February 14th, it looks like it was the state's response to the defendant's first motion to revoke, citing that it was too vague, failed to state a claim, lacked argument for which the state could respond. And we all agreed to that at the last hearing. So that's.
He was supposed to file new motions because the ones that were filed that day were all really vague. Basically, they're just statements written out that, or little quotes of law that don't have any argument as to why it applies to this particular case, and nothing new was filed. So I new to respond to. I have done research as to the laws that he has stated or quoted, but other than that, there's not.
Night Cosmic Cat.
Now, moments before that February 14th hearing, the defendant filed, again, it says motion to suppress prior conviction. And some information is given, a statute is cited.
Is the county attorney in a pink gamer chair? Yeah. She's allowed to play video games when she's not working.
So,
don't you guys know that I moonlight as a district attorney as well?
Was that the...
Unfortunately, they won't let me wear this to Zoom court. Prudes.
Only motion left before us today?
There are 2 notices to the court that aren't really motions. A notice to the court isn't a motion to ask for relief. Basically, he's stating that he has handwritten some complaint to the sheriff's office and trying to believe that there's some kind of suit. And if you look at Mashaney versus Board of Indigent Defense Services.
Excuse me. Which motion are you responding to?
Instances.
Use the separation of power and U.S. Code Section 556, subsection D, says that anytime the courts do not follow due process, they lose jurisdiction.
Ms. Gillette, never mind. Go ahead.
KSA 22-2901 also states that after arrest, I must be taken immediately before a judge. And I did demand it, and it was not done. So therefore, that's a due process violation. And I don't believe that you guys can continue with due process violations. I have other due process violations.
Let's take that one
Wait,
first.
what did it say? I didn't read it.
KSA 22-2901 also states that after arrest, I must be taken immediately before a judge.
First, okay, so
Absolutely.
you're saying that the officer arrested you on the roadside and you said, take me immediately to the judge, and he didn't do it?
Correct.
But you
Therefore,
weren't,
I do not have...
you weren't under arrest, right? Like, you got charges, but you weren't necessarily under arrest.
Jurisdiction, because he waited until the next available court date for processing.
No, he processed me immediately.
Okay, and you made bond on the same date?
I did, and that was another reason to be brought before the judge. He had no authority to set my bond.
Well, the court sets what is called scheduled bonds. So the court has said if you have certain convictions, this is what the bond should be, and the schedule for yours was $7,500.
I was also eligible for an OR bond, Judge. By his make.
All right, the court hearings not doing well for my ADHD brain. Let's try a traffic stop. Oh, did I see the... Let's watch this trailer real quick, and then we'll go back to it. I did not... Actually, I'm gonna have to remove this if I put this, because it's a Disney thing. And I don't want to do that. So I'll trust that it's interesting. I like the Muppets.
For what?
Have you speeding and operating your vehicle in the oncoming traffic lane?
Absolutely not.
Yes, sir.
So he was speeding and in the oncoming traffic lane. Is he drunk?
Detained?
You are, sir.
So can you read me my rights?
I don't have to read your rights just yet.
Read me my rights, man.
No,
Is this a custodial stop?
It's a traffic stop.
It's a custodial stop?
Can you send me a couple to get my readings? Driver's license, registration, insurance. A couple more.
Is it a custodial stop?
It's a traffic stop, sir. It's a detention for a traffic violation. You need to show me your driver's license, registration, insurance.
Have I committed a crime?
You've committed a traffic offense, yes.
Articulate a suspicion.
I am not.
Articulate your suspicion.
I suspect you might be under the influence of something. You're slurring pretty hard.
Articulate your suspicion.
That's the way it's gotta be.
Articulate your suspicion.
I already told you. I've been speeding and
Traffic stop is not a crime, man.
listen, we're not gonna
It's not a crime, man.
I think he's on something. He kind of looks wet and puffy.
your ideology.
It's not a crime.
But you're required by Pennsylvania statute.
Things MH Dark Beast.
I am not. You got my plates, run my plates. You got my plates, run my plates. Run my plates, man. Run my plates.
Look, it doesn't have to go to a custodial arrest, but if you don't provide that information, it could go that way. You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't want it to have to go that way.
I don't want to have to go that way either.
You're gonna choose it to go that way if you don't provide the proper information.
That's absolutely not true.
Required by Pennsylvania statute 1511 to provide.
Oh, he's really smoking that cigarette right down to the filter.
1311 to provide registration on demand, and you're also required.
Yeah, just flick that burning cigarette out at a gas station. That's a good idea.
Insurance for the vehicle, which you have not done yet. So how can you do that without giving it to me? You're in violation of all of those statutes.
Absolutely not.
Look, again,
I am not commercial, man. I'm not a commercial driver.
I appreciate your ideology.
Hey, listen.
That isn't the way it works here.
Listen. It's okay. I know you're gonna try to do what you gotta.
Anadon Earhart, thanks for 27 months, says boob windows for days. This stream baby's name is going to be Tit Window McGee.
Dude.
Listen, I don't want to have to do that, but you're gonna put me in that situation when I'm gonna have to. So, license, registration, and insurance, please. No way of verifying you without those documents.
That's not true.
It is true.
It is not.
It is true.
You're asking me to give up a right.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm asking you to provide appropriate documents that you're required to provide me. License, registration, insurance.
You got a sergeant?
I don't need a sergeant.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Where'd I get the outfit? Amazon.
Crime have I?
It's like $30, I think. It was like the cheapest Maid outfit or close to it. Maybe someday we'll upgrade to a deluxe Maid outfit.
Committed.
I already told you that.
It's not a crime what I did, man.
It doesn't matter.
It's not a crime.
Or other cute cosplay things. I wonder what else I could find. I could probably find cute stuff to wear for stream.
Crime. It's not a crime. It's not a crime, man.
Step out of the car.
No.
Step out of the car.
No.
I'm ordering you.
No.
go that
By the way, next week we're doing a 420 stream. So hooray.
way. All you have to do is provide the information that you're required to provide.
Is it polyester? I think so. This thing doesn't breathe at all. It's the same material of like a Halloween costume. If you've ever like, you know, worn a Halloween costume, you know what I'm talking about. It's fine though. Like I don't mind it. It's fine for what it is.
I appreciate your ideology, but that's not what it works.
No, it's not itchy. Like it's fine. It just gets hot, which is weird because it's like a dress. So you know, I'm wearing shorts right now, so I don't accidentally flash anyone. But like even like with just shorts and like no socks or anything, I still get super warm in this.
I have not committed a crime.
I'm not saying you committed a crime.
You just said I committed a crime. You just said I committed a crime. So you gotta read me my rights.
That's not how it works.
Read me my rights. Read me my rights. Read me my rights. You gotta read me my rights. Is this a custodial stop? Is this a custodial stop? So you have to read me my rights.
Isn't it a civil charge? Traffic infractions are usually their own thing. So there's like civil, there's criminal, and then like traffic stuff can just be like in traffic court. It's considered like a traffic infraction.
You're right, but I will when I arrest you.
You can't.
So it is not a crime, although I've talked about this before. Colloquially, we use crime to just mean anything illegal, but in reality, there are different kinds of illegal. Criminal, civil, traffic violation, statutory violation type stuff.
No, you can't.
All have the power of law behind them, so it's whatever. But sovereign citizens get pedantic about it and don't understand the distinctions being drawn.
Open the door.
No.
Open the door.
No.
Listen. The next thing I'm going to advise you of is that you're under arrest. If you don't provide the information that I'm requiring from you, that's what's going to happen. Okay? And then I'll be glad to read you your rights.
That's fine.
So open the door, or I'm going to come in the car with you.
Something like this. What is it? Oh, that's cute. I have something like this, but it's
No.
what is it called?
I don't
Anglerfish.
consent.
You are under arrest.
For what?
I have like a full body pajama suit like this, but it's like a anglerfish. It's cute. Maybe we'll do a snuggly, cuddly stream one day and watch just fun stuff, and I'll wear that.
For obstruction of justice. I'm sorry. That's the way.
You can't arrest me for that, man.
Yeah, it would have to be a cool day, because it would get warm. I guess I could just wear nothing under it. That might help.
You're under arrest at this
I'm
point.
not under arrest.
You are under arrest.
For what?
I already told you. Obstruction now. You're not providing me with
It's
any
not. I don't have to do that.
You do.
I do not.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
If I committed a crime, yeah.
I already told you to
I have.
You've seen this recently. I thought it looked familiar. We're almost done, so we'll play it through. There's only like 3 minutes left, but... Lennon Cat says, this whole interaction is just, you have to read me my rights. Okay, but you're not gonna like that.
Not committed a crime. A traffic violation is not a crime.
Chrysia, thanks for 32 months.
No. You gotta break it. You're gonna have to break it.
Last chance.
Are you gonna break it?
Last chance.
You gonna break my vehicle? You gonna break my vehicle?
There it is. One of the Musketeers is here. Is it D'Artagnan?
Wow, man.
Yeah, that is a pretty crazy facial hair combo. He puts time into it, though. I'll give him that. I'm not crazy, right? D'Artagnan is one of the Three Musketeers, right? Yeah? Okay. That's pretty good for just pop cultural osmosis, because I have never seen any adaptation of the Three Musketeers. I have no idea what the fuck it's about. I know Three Musketeers from the candy bar. Athos, Porthos, Aramis are the Three Musketeers. Then who's D'Artagnan? He's the fourth one. There are four? Then why are they the Three Musketeers? Why aren't they the Four Musketeers? Thank you, mods. Baha, thanks for getting that. Gnome Pickle says D'Artagnan was the new guy, the one they were training, essentially an intern musketeer. Gotcha. Is he like the point of view character? I don't know if it's written in the first or third person. Almost on a hype train. Eldronder says, surely you own a 3D Three Musketeers with Mila Jovovich as the woman. Nope. I do not. Oh, this is so stupid. This is really stupid. Mr. Whiskers with 100 bits says, let's go, and kicks off a hype train. Thank you.
Pulling into 135, counter rail 37.
Is there a good adaptation of the Three Musketeers that I should watch? Like one from the 90s? Feels like the 90s we got some good literary adaptations.
Hello?
There's a 90s one? Okay. With Tim Curry, sold. You had me at Tim Curry. Say no more.
You got a driver's license? I'm Deputy Peters with the Smith County Sheriff's Office.
78% to level 1 on the hype train.
For the stop today, your tail lights were not working as you were driving on the road, okay? And then you immediately pull into a residence.
I literally have a claim that taillights are not a crime. I'm not involved in the traffic code. I have a notice here. I literally have a lawsuit going on with Nassau PD.
Okay.
And signed by the judge. This is his...
I'm sure you do. Whoa, Vast Lunacy, thanks for gifting 20 Tier 1 subs. Always with the crazy, crazy stuff with you. Thank you so much for being so generous with this channel. I appreciate it. Sincerely. Thank you so much.
He's also not driving. Driving's a commercial.
And I'm not driving.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
The commissioner's house, county clerk. We just put in
12% to level 6. We're already above level 5. God damn.
Which tail light is that?
It was both of them.
Which one?
Both of your tail lights. None of them were working as you were driving on the roadway. You have a driver's license, sir?
I'm not driving.
He's not driving, he's traveling.
I'm outside.
Can we get Maid outfit 2 days in a row, chat? If you guys get to level 10, I'll wear it again the next stream. D&D's tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm doing a stream tomorrow, but if you get to level 10, I'll wear it again on the next stream.
Your jurisdiction, actually. Who do you work with?
The Smith County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, the Sheriff's County?
Yes, sir. Do you have any form of ID or driver's license?
I do, but I don't have to present it since I haven't.
You do at this point in time because you have committed a
traffic stop.
I might also reset this, and it'll just be a constant thing that anytime it gets hit, it'll be a Maid outfit day the next stream.
You have committed a traffic offense. You were driving a...
I'll get a closet full of different costumes, and you guys can decide what costume I wear. Right now, it's only the main outfit.
Traffic code.
I'm not here to argue with you. Do you have a driver's license?
I've got a dictionary because he doesn't seem to know the definition.
Nemesaur, thanks for gifting 10 Tier 1 subs. Thank you.
Traffic code.
Going for the Maid outfit again, I see.
Yeah,
time.
So the
Thank you.
definition of driving versus the definition of traveling, there's a dictionary.
Okay, let's use this term. You were operating a vehicle on a
that's-
public
that's-
roadway.
Xenomorph Hannah, I would absolutely wear a xenomorph costume. Xenomorphs are rad. Bumble Homestead, thanks for gifting a sub.
A public roadway. I'm not, sir. He's right now. He is being stopped. Okay, you have no involvement.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm
I'll try and look into some affordable costume options that I think would be fun or look good on me or whatever. I'll start looking.
actually just being a concerned citizen because I know that
That's
cops
fine.
kill people.
Okay.
So I'm actually just watching.
If you want to be a concerned citizen, add your car, please.
I'm showing you the law.
Okay.
Because this is actually case law. This is case law. Showing
That's,
you the difference
and that's
between
fine.
automobile and a
That's not that right now. That's not where we're covering.
You actually don't need to know.
You have a driver's license. I can get you out of
What
here.
emergency do you have? Because if there's not actually a crime or a victim, then you
You're
actually
actually
can't even use
trespassing,
your red and blue lights.
You're actually trespassing on private property too.
Okay.
We need to see a supervisor.
You were operating on
Mr. Whiskers, thanks for giving us up.
You're lying. Stop it.
You have a
Stop
driver's
lying.
license.
Get
that
your
One of these guys is the son of a county clerk as well.
Supervisor here for
Lizard suit has to be one. Oh, for sure.
lying right now. You're actually
Not at this point in time. If you can provide me with your driver's license.
I'm not.
You have a driver's license.
Yeah, not driving.
I don't answer
Not
questions.
driving. Don't answer questions. Get your supervisor here for lying on the record.
68. Can I
What's
get
your
a
name and
101?
badge number? You're literally lying right now. On the
Okay,
record.
right now you are being placed. You are detained.
There are cheap Starfleet uniforms on Amazon. Okay.
You are being detained. Right now you're being detained.
If I give you my license,
Stop.
Bro, crazy. You really, bro? Wow.
Right now you're being detained.
Illegally detained.
Help me, bro. Give me your other hand.
Dude, you're gonna be losing your job. You're getting sued. You're getting sued, dude. Oh, what have I done? Losing your job.
Vast Lunacy, thanks for gifting another 20 tier 1 subs. Because of course. Thank you. You really like the Maid outfit, apparently.
Right now.
No crime has been. Can you help me?
Right now I am detaining you, failing to ID.
Here. Can you look it up?
I can,
13th
but you're
Doctor
refusing
would be
to
good
give it to me.
He's arresting me for failure to ID.
Right now you're not being arrested.
He's saying he's taking me and Karen.
Right now you're not being arrested. Sir, step back.
What is your name?
Step
Shut
back.
the fuck up. What's
You're
your
about
name?
to get detained too. Step back.
No, you're not even taking me in for failure.
Yikerinos, this is bad.
Right now, like I said, you are not under arrest. You are being detained, okay?
That's the same. That's the same thing. I don't consent to any search and seizure.
His taillight was out. His taillight was out.
Pterodona, thanks for 200 bits.
So now he's
Allegedly.
look at that, dude.
Allegedly.
His taillight's out.
Please, I do not.
Look at that, Mom.
I'm sorry. Can I ask
Not
what's
at this
going
time.
on?
Right now, he's being
He's
detained
okay.
because he
But
failed
she-
to
he's
ID.
putting his
What I'm
hands on
trying
you.
to do is,
Right, his hands on you.
get his ID because he was driving
my
a
cuffs
vehicle
on?
No, he's not
on a
driving.
public
Now you're lying
roadway.
again.
Sir,
What the fuck
this is not about you, okay? This is with him.
You keep saying the wrong
Where's your driver's license?
That's
Under
stupid.
duress.
Okay.
You can. Under duress. Can I get it for you?
Where is it at?
Vast Lunacy, thanks for gifting a sub. Oh, I think I can smell the biscuits. I'm so hungry.
Under duress.
Where's your driver's
You're
license
shaking
at?
and it's making me
Where's
nervous.
your driver's license at?
I'm
You're shaking,
shaking.
making me nervous.
shaking too, 'cause I saw him turn right
Under
off.
duress, it's in my pocket.
In
But
your
I'm-
pocket.
But I'm not giving you jurisdiction because I'm not operating under the.
You don't need to give jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is like a thing that is existent outside of your consent. Jurisdiction has 0 things to do with consent. Coleslaw, thanks for continuing your gift sub, and H Baird with a link.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their.
God, I love Starship Troopers.
Okay, that's we're beyond that right now, okay?
Paul Verhoeven is a national treasure. I know he's not American, but he's a national treasure for whatever country he's from in Europe. One of those weirdo countries that makes art films.
Alright, under duress, when I'm in handcuffs, can you please get it?
Yes, where is it at?
And you're shaking.
Bardlock Moses, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. 85% to level 9. Jesus.
It's making me nervous.
Where's your driver's license?
Can I ask why he's in handcuffs?
Because right now, when I stepped out of the vehicle, he refused to ID. Okay, what I'm trying to do is identify him once I get his identification. So I pulled him over, ma'am.
Wait, I want to ask this.
Okay.
Do you have a way to check his ID through a license tag?
No, I don't.
Oh,
No, ma'am.
You don't have a
So-
computer in your car?
You don't have a
I do have a computer in my car,
You
but
have
it
a
does not
But people can drive cars that aren't theirs. That's why you need a license.
link
Yes,
with
you say
the
your license plate number?
license plate. Okay. We're gonna step back over here so I can get your ID.
Dude, let him drag you. You're not.
Remember us little people when you're a millionaire? If I was a millionaire, that would be bad. I'd probably fly some of you to hang out because I'm so desperate for friendship and human contact. So let's hope I don't make a bunch of money. It'll go sideways. Mr. Whiskers, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs, and Briar Rose says Poison Ivy costume.
Like I've said, look, they're causing issues beyond the point of what needs to happen. Okay? You're not.
Oh, I'm terrible with parasocial. I don't know what's wrong with me. Normally it's the audience who gets attached, but I'm attached to all of you, and it's really fucked up. It's really unhealthy, probably.
I said you were detained right now. Can I see your ID?
For what crime?
Can I see your ID?
If I'm detained, then I'm under.
You said it's in your pocket?
Because he's in fear for his life.
Gnome Pickle says Millionaire Hannah buys a compound where we create a reloaded village. It's starting to sound like a cult. Starting to sound like a cult now.
What a joke, Peter. Dude, you're fired. You are fired, bro. Losing your job.
Sir.
HannahCon. It'll go about as well as TanaCon.
Sir.
Or DashCon.
You can step back by your car.
Don't even talk to me. Don't say
Just
sir to me.
lean up against
You're
this
not
car.
in fear for your life. You're on my property.
I'm not taking the keys. I'll put them back in your pocket, okay?
Are you really gonna arrest me? Are you serious?
I've said this multiple times. You're not under arrest. I detained you because you failed to ID,
you don't
okay?
You don't get the dictionary.
Don't bring out the ball pit. Where are people gonna pee?
Where's your license?
19% to level 10.
Because I'm not trying to go all through your wallet.
I don't consent to a search.
I'm not searching. Where's your ID?
Me as a man, and I'll give it to you.
Once we're complete with the traffic stop.
It's not a traffic stop, man.
It is a traffic stop.
It is.
Can you talk to your supervisor? It's a traffic stop if I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
I'm not a U.S. citizen.
Do you have some form of an ID?
Briar Rose says, Hannah, how do you think Max will handle the season where Hermione is trying to end slavery while everyone mocks her for it? Depends on how much creative control Rowling has. Either way, it's gonna be a shit show. Umatsa says bits for the compound. Terradona says you just have a live-in studio audience. I guess that's true. But who would watch the show then? You guys are the only people who watch the show.
D.
I have your weapons.
You said it was in your
wallet.
wallet.
I have a lot of people that follow me, but it's a pretty consistent 200 to 300 people that watch the streams live. It would just be you guys.
Correct.
No weapons on me. I'm just gonna make sure you don't kill anybody tonight.
You're scaring me. I wish you would just talk to me like a man and I could explain things.
What have I done that was disrespectful to you?
You grabbed me, you're shaking, my hands are in handcuffs, I haven't committed a crime.
What crime do you suspect of being committed right now?
Do you see an almost level 10 hype train? You do.
Your ID.
We're getting there.
You're searching his wallet?
You know that is unlawful search and seizure.
No, it's not. You literally told him to go in your pocket and get your driver's license. You authorized this.
Cody, would you like me to get it out of your wallet for you? I can't believe you wouldn't give him permission to search your stuff, would you?
He did already. He audibly said you can go in my pocket under duress and get my license.
No.
Mr. Whisker says it's 2023. We'll all be watching from our phones whilst watching in person.
Want me to get it out for you?
Under duress, if he's saying that he's not going to let me go unless, then you can present it to him, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Vice, thanks for 10 tier 1 subs. Organic Bubbles, thanks for 5 tier 1 subs. And I think that's it. Oh, god damn it. Gnome Pickle says, Officer, you don't understand. We're white kids saying the magic words. You have to let us go. That's a level 10. Next stream is also a maid outfit stream. Great. Thank you, everyone. Genuinely. You're all so generous. I appreciate it. So whether it's tomorrow or Friday, probably Friday, but we'll see. Maid outfit will be on.
A minute ago you said I could take it out of your pocket.
I don't answer
Under duress because you're handcuffing me.
Okay. Yes, because you are detained at this point in time.
My ID is in my wallet.
Okay.
My ID is in my
Where is it
wallet.
at in your wallet? I'm not trying to go through every single card you have. This is it, I'm assuming.
That's fine. You can use that.
Okay.
I should have to wear it to D&D.
This is
no one
driver
there
of this
wants
car
to see
causing
this.
issues.
Hey,
I'm not a driver. I'm not driving.
hey, no, you don't tell me what
Maybe Randy.
You interjected yourself into this. Hey, no, get off my property. Get over here now.
Are you the excuse me, sir? Are you the supervisor?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Get away from me. You're interjecting yourself into this traffic stop. Get off my property, you piece of shit! Get over here now. No, you get over here then. He wants to say get over here like I'm a dog. I will get over here. Yeah, exactly.
He ran in the house.
Get away from me! Get away from me! You don't go in that house! Get away from me! Get away from me!
Stop! Channel.
Stop! Help! 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 Give me your hand!
Give me your
Yeah, don't run away from the cops and run into a house. They're gonna think you're grabbing weapons and they will tase you.
hands now!
At best, they'll tase you.
Help! 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 It's my glasses!
I got
Help! 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 I have it! I got it!
Stop.
Help!
Get back! Step back!
Get back! Help! 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 Mama, help! Take my phone! Take my phone, Mom.
We got one.
I've done nothing. He's hurting my wrist. He's breaking my wrist. Get off of me. I can't even breathe. Get back.
Let him go.
Where's my glasses? Give me my glasses. Give me my glasses. I can't. Stop breaking my arm.
I'm not breaking your arm. Hey, yo, get back. Step back.
Give me my glasses. I cannot see.
Yo.
You gotta stop.
His glasses are right there.
Those are his glasses, okay. You step out with me.
Hey, you know what you're doing?
What the hell is going on?
Please let us go.
Hey, don't hurt him. He has not committed.
Ma'am, step
Let
back.
him go. You're hurting his shoulder. You're hurting his shoulder. You put him in the Kimura.
This is over a traffic stop for taillights that are out. Reminder.
Crap, what is
I
wrong
have your
with
glasses.
you?
I have your glasses.
Get in my glasses. What's wrong? I've done nothing. Please record this. They're kidnapping me. I've done nothing.
I don't know what's going on.
Can we all talk like adults, please?
You come on.
This feels like an episode of Cops. It does.
Please talk.
Hey, Rob. I'm putting him in my car. Come on.
Why do
Come
I
with
have
me.
to go in the car?
Because right now you are
have
causing
my
more
ID?
of an issue. Yes.
What did I do, man? You have my ID, dude. Can you run my ID at least, or what? What are you doing, dude? Why do I have to go in the car if I just stand here, man? Are you serious, man?
All right, step in the car.
What was your name? Your badge number?
Step in the car.
Why are you doing this to me, man?
Step in the car.
Can I at
Move
least...
your foot.
He's pushing on me. I have a bad back. He's hurting me.
see that.
From turning towards me. To talk to you, stupid. How stupid
Who's
are
this?
they?
Who is this?
Help! I'm getting kidnapped.
Sorry, just stay right there. Stay right there.
House. They ran in our house.
I've done nothing wrong.
Right. They went in your house because one of the people who was being detained ran away from them into the house. The cops assumed he had a weapon, which, like, we could have a discussion about whether or not that's reasonable, but within the current procedures of the police and how they kind of rule on things, the police aren't going to get in trouble for that. The police are trained to assume everyone either already has a weapon or is about to try and grab a weapon to murder them. Which I don't think is reasonable, but it's where we're at.
No crime at all. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, let's get him in the car.
No!
Yes.
I'm not going with you. I've done nothing.
Are they gonna keep bringing people into it? It's like an absurdist comedy bit where all the neighbors one at a time get involved and get arrested.
What are you doing?
Stand up.
I've done nothing. I've done nothing. You're hurting me. My arms are getting
We're
broken.
10-4. Still got one resistance.
Get me. You're my supervisor now.
Thank you so much for the hype train, everyone. What a crazy one.
I need a supervisor.
Damn.
I'm being kidnapped. I've done nothing. I've done nothing.
Come on.
You're such a piece of shit. I've done nothing wrong.
Get in the car.
Help! Ah, my arm!
We're 10-4. Anybody else coming, y'all can reduce. I got it. 60, you can go for check.
And I love my community.
Stop on this vehicle. I don't. On that vehicle. I don't know if that's your son. Who it is?
Ma'am.
Son came out and is interfering with.
Ma'am. Would you like to accompany me so I can get my flashlight out of your house?
I don't know if that's your son.
I don't think this needed to go this far. Over what was the traffic stop for? Can you tell me what the traffic stop
Yes, ma'am.
was for?
So the other person who I was trying to conduct business with.
Cody.
So So Cody,
Looking for?
my flashlight.
Is that it? I don't know. I don't know which
Yes,
one.
ma'am, that's it. Which one of these are his phone?
This is Cody's and Derek's.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to give it to Cody? Okay. All right, let's step back outside.
Get back around there right away.
You okay?
Please come here. I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. Please. I cannot breathe. No air. Please, roll the window down or something, please. What's going on? I'm not.
Hey, you're already at your residence. Gonna be a simple warning. I don't. Who is this?
This is my son. Right
Your
here,
son?
right there.
Okay.
Lennon Cat says, on the note of people continually getting involved and arrested, it reminded me of this Mad TV skit.
Well, hello there, little birdie. How are you? There you are. I know why you're chirping. Because your master is coming home today. Yes, he's coming home today. And I know you didn't like having the neighbor come by and feed you, but now it's all over, okay? I want to say goodbye to you. Can I come in and say goodbye? Hello, come here. Come here. Come on, Mr. Chicky. Ow, that's okay. Come on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Chicky. Oh, I'm sorry. What a pretty boy.
When I was a kid, I always liked Mad TV more than SNL. Does that opinion hold up? I haven't seen Mad TV in many years.
Yes, you're very pretty. Ow! Ow! Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Please be okay. Please be okay. Oh my God! What am I gonna do?
Hello! I'm home from Hawaii! And I've got lots of great treats for my fine feathered best friend. Go! What happened to Mr. Cheeky?
It was an accident. He bit me and it cut the skin a little bit, and I didn't mean to whip him to the floor.
You didn't mean to whip him to the floor? His guts are coming out of his beak! You monster!
No, you have it all wrong, please.
I'm calling the police immediately.
No, don't call the police. Come on. I mean, it's only a bird.
How dare you? Mr. Cheeky was my best friend. Now to call the police!
No, wait, please, don't call the police.
Get your hands off me, you're scaring me.
No, come on, really, don't call the police.
Hello, police?
Please.
Yes,
Oh, he's gonna kill this guy, too.
Let me talk to you. Wait, I want to explain myself. You're making it worse. Don't.
Oh, I liked Stewart as a kid. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I used to do a Stewart impression. I don't want to say it.
I gotta get out of here.
Look what I can do.
No, you said you'd bring some liquid, Damien. That's how Oh my gosh, what happened?
It was an accident. It's not what it looks like, please.
You killed my son. His guts are coming out of his mouth. And you killed Mr. Cheeky.
Please. Mr. Cheeky bit me and then
Samus says for Stewart.
I had to call the cops.
I'm going for help immediately.
I'm not going anywhere.
Let me
You'll let me explain. Let me explain.
My arm! You shattered my arm! It's like a bag of broken glass!
Just be quiet, all right? God, you're like your son. You won't let me explain. No, shh. You be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet, please. Don't you bite. Shut it. What I was trying to say was that your son. I gotta get out of here.
I'm the cable guy. You killed the bird.
No, you've seen
too much. You've seen too much. There's no other way. Mailman. Oh, lousy timing.
I like that it just takes 2 seconds of strangling to kill them.
Jeez, what did you all come here on a bus together? Hey, you, jogger! Across the street, come here! I got something to say! I can't stop. It's like potato chips and masturbation. You're okay? Oh, hey. Hi. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
I saw the whole thing.
You shut your stupid beak.
So dumb. I love it. Alright, back to the shit show.
What's his name?
Derek.
Baha, are the biscuits cool enough for you to maybe bring me one? Because I am hungry.
Derek. Derek stepped out, started interjecting into the traffic stop, yelling, preventing me from continuing my stop with Cody. Okay, at that point in time, my partner showed up. We attempted to detain Derek due to interfering with public services. That's when he ran into the house. We had to follow him into the house. And at that point in time, he was placed in custody.
Let the law figure it out. You know?
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
He probably don't think he had any right to come in his house or whatever. So.
Well, he was out here interfering with the traffic stop, and when we went to try to detain him, he ran into the house. And at that point in time, we don't know if he's going to retrieve weapons.
Wow, interesting that they're packaging these pre-bit.
Well,
That's
me
crazy.
being on the stop, I don't know what's
I
going
guess
on,
so. Thank you.
So, Cody's in cuffs in the backseat of my car. He was just detained because he failed to ID. He's not going to be placed in the jail or anything like that, but he failed to ID. That's what started this whole fiasco.
Yeah.
It's not tight, man.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You can do.
I'm getting it. Give me just a second, okay? Ow. Okay. That one you're trying to rotate your arm.
I'm not even moving my arm. I'm just holding still.
Okay, I'll loosen that one just a little bit, okay?
68. Can you run name, Dave Burke?
Oh, she's the lady that got sued for refusing to sign marriage licenses? Oh, fuck her then. I don't give a shit about her anymore.
68.
68, stand by one.
I'm on my own property, not interfering at all. Words is not interfering.
Away from his investigation.
Biscuits and sausage gravy is an American thing, right? Do they have anything like that in Australia or the UK?
Your supervisor, his word is not. Can I get my light glasses? Glasses.
I've got him. I'll get him to
I don't
you.
see anything back there right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I would recommend to anyone from a country that doesn't have biscuits and sausage gravy, look up a recipe and try it. It's pretty darn good.
You mean for the same thing?
Okay.
Because I was
Ma'am, do you need EMS?
standing right here.
Do you need EMS?
You need EMS?
I don't think so.
Oh, this sucks. This lady's having like an anxiety attack. Yikes.
I would.
Will y'all please run my.
21, can you go ahead?
Do not continue.
When I say biscuits, I mean American biscuits, not cookies.
We're up.
Mom,
It looks like a muffin. Scones. Scones are not equivalent to biscuits. Unless they call biscuit scones in the UK.
I know, but I'm gonna show you. Look right here. This white one. Okay. The white one in the top. I'm trying to show you right there. Look. No, the other side. That white one right there in the top.
Copy name, date of birth.
Go ahead.
Why do you guys keep going back to scones? They're a completely different consistency and texture. They are not scones. Stop saying this. Every scone I've ever had is fucking hard and gross.
Boss, Victor, Ocean, Sam.
Biscuits, American biscuits are soft.
First name Cody, November 14th, 1994. As y'all get, you get his ID, didn't even know first guy. I mean, he was filling ID, so I detained him, and then.
Don't get to speak with a chance to speak with the supervisor. Why do I not get a chance to speak with the
I can go ask him if he wants to speak with you. But
What do you think a supervisor's gonna say to you? They're not gonna exonerate you.
We're not required to have you speak to our supervisor.
No, I know you're not required. I'm asking.
I'm
68.
68. Detective Fitzpatrick was able to locate those DL.
Okay. Scones. Here's a scone. That's pretty close to a biscuit, I guess. The consistently definitely looks different, though. So I guess that's a fair comparison. Biscuits. This is what American biscuits are like. Fucking eat them. Put them in your mouth and get sausage gravy. Sausage gravy. And eat it. Put this in your goddamn mouth. Eat it. Eat it.
I got him when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Return on that deal comes back to Cody Storm Voss, white male, 11/14 of 1994, address out of San Leo.
Sausage gravy isn't the same as fucking gross British brown gravy.
Texas. That should be eligible. Class Charles, expiration.
Why do you people eat like it's still the Blitz?
11 of 2024, no 29s, no locals. Advising ready for the second.
Go ahead.
Return on Derek Lee Phillips, 4/22 of 1986.
British kids trying biscuits and gravy for the first time. I saw that video. That's why I brought it up.
White male.
Cheese is good with biscuits.
That's shown to be eligible. Class Charles,
anything far?
expiration.
I didn't see anything. Plain view.
10-4, thank you. Can you add both of them to the call, please?
I don't know if you're gonna leave it or tow it, or
I'm just gonna leave it.
if he asks for the keys.
I got the keys to this one. I don't know where the other one is. Are they still in your
I
pocket?
can't tell these handcuffs.
Okay. Yeah.
Trying to see if there's any more action. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much just them being arrested. Cassifel, thank you for 14 months. 14 months indeed. How you doing? Does this mean your subathon ended? Did you survive, or are you watching me on the subathon? Smoked kid cuisine sausage. Let's watch this and then we'll call it a night after this. Still subathon? Just woke up? Cool. Well, I hope that's going well for you.
Well, hey there, folks, and welcome back. I
guess.
The good news, this is every single Kid Cuisine meal.
I didn't even know they still made kid cuisine.
Bad news, there's
The boxes look better than when I was a kid.
only 3 of them, and they're hardly different from each other. This one you get corn and french fries. This one you get corn and french fries. And then the third one is you get corn and macaroni.
That's the one I would get as a kid. If I was picking, I'd go with the one with macaroni for sure.
I mean, let's be honest with each other here. Come on. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting around eating these things, but still, I'm outraged for the kids. You know, listen, we're not here to complain about kid cuisine and their unethical business practices. Eh? That's that's the popcorn chicken, of course. Here we got the nuggies. Let's see how much they differ. Oh man, you gotta add the sprinkles yourself. This one didn't even come with sprinkles. It's a con. I mean, it's one big con. I'm most excited about the mini corn dogs. But I shouldn't be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corn dogs, and only 1, 2, 3, 4 in the package. I don't think there's a more unethical company than this little prick right here. Don't they have standards? Don't they have anyone checking these things? And where are all the sprinkles? What a trash company. Oh, there's the sprinkles. Yeah, get the sprinkles in the corn too. Look at that. I was... You would think that I would owe the good people like Kid Cuisine.
That's the thing about Kid Cuisine is inevitably stuff would get mixed, so you'd have like corn with brownie.
An apology, but I'm not going to. It's not like they're curing cancer over there. They're just shelling out overpriced food for kids. They should apologize to me. Oh, I knew that brownie was gonna be trouble. Oh, now and the mac and cheese on this one. Oh, no, floor macaroni.
5-second rule.
5-second rule. That guy's a little runny. You gotta find the balance between sweet and savory. That's really what cooking's all about. Oh, the corn's shattered, like my expectations for this sausage.
Watch his hands. Okay.
I'm like getting brownie all over myself. It's getting everywhere. There we go. You know, if you close your eyes and squint a little, it kind of just looks like hamburger meat. Watch this be a 5 out of 5. Huh? Then what will you do? I like the way you work it. No sausages. I like to back it up. You know what?
Why was I supposed to watch his hands just because they're covered in batter?
Probably should have been, I like the way you sausage, no diggity. That's the Kids Cuisine water. In 3, 2, 1, let's sausage! Well, this is going very smoothly, and that will just about do it. I'm gonna see what happens if we don't link these up first. We're just gonna do one big log of sausage. With special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo box artist, this guy. So will it blow? Oh, we got him. Not a very impressive will it blow. I'm gonna have to give that will it blow 1 Mark Ruffalo. Well, all right, you know the drill. $2.75 on the smoker for 2 hours.
Oh.
Halfway done. What the heck is
it? Actually, like, if I didn't know what was in it, looks kind of good.
There.
Maybe just smoked sausages are the bomb. I don't know.
Well, it looks exactly like...
Okay, it doesn't look as good now.
There's no getting around that. And because we didn't pack that sausage in tightly, the skin's pretty loose.
It looks like a poop now. It looks like a poop. It looked good in the smoker, though.
Oh my god, that worked. Well, all right, let's open it up and see how we did. Ooh, a piece of corn. Here we go! It ripped open. It doesn't taste smoky at all. It just tastes like corn. Maybe a different section will yield better results. This looks almost cornless. Still tastes like corn. Also tastes like corn. It has almost no smoke flavor to it whatsoever. No chocolate flavor either. It mostly tastes like mushy corn. This sausage sucked. So I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 1.5 out of 5.
What's that half for? What's the half for? Justify it. He can't.
Bop, 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 bop.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well thanks everyone for hanging out today. Lots of fun was had. Like I said, you guys... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Like I said, you guys, did the level 10, so next time you see me, I'll also be in the maid outfit. Night bro, huh? Love you, Mr. Blast. So let's do a raid. I don't think we raided Willow in a bit, right? Have a good night, everyone. Gotta wait for the raid. But I'm covering the camera now. Yeah. Darkness chat. How do you like that? I need to take this fucking bra off. God damn. Oh, God. I'm gonna shower. So have a good night, everyone. Oh, God. Oh, that's better. Holy shit. Oh. Alright, alright. Bra's off. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. The camera's off. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.